The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Sunday, December 15th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. Get on over there, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rebet. Rebet's a brand new sportsbook available in 45 different states. Download Rebet in the App Store and use the promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $100. And last but not least, we're brought to you by Rhythm. Start crushing college basketball and college football with Rhythm. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is John Sally, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes! Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Sunday, December 15th. Yes, youtube.com/the college experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe as the road to 15K. We got 16 days to do this. If we don't do it, you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck watching a bunch of terrible shit. All right? You're never going to hear from us again. Just get on over there. I see the numbers. You're lying to me. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. That's what the hell you're doing. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
And you're nothing but a chameleon, lemon-headed, coward, terrorist pussy. And I'm after you, buddy. You're going to pay for it. Good night.
Oh, boy. Today was fire. In fact, I'm like, I know we still got action on this Hawaii game, but I'm like almost exhausted from just gambling, just sitting back and betting on a ton of shit. Oh yeah, I got Cloud Brand on gambling. No, I'm having a good night. Just been watching watching games all day. It's just a perfect Saturday. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Big 12 Experience. Subscribe. And the Ride and Rush Show. Subscribe. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, brother?
Doing good, man. I thought I was going to have a hell of a day, and then the evening has kind of kicked my ass. I'm not going to lie. But, hey, winning day, nevertheless. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it's been an up and down. Like, I'm having a good night, or a good day.
Saturdays.
But
they're crazy.
What's not crazy is when you cash a Travis Hunter Heisman ticket back in May. Fuck you, world. All right. That was, dude, it was funny. Like you're for a second I started to sweat. I didn't think it, I didn't think it should have been that close, but I think Ashton Jeete's a player, but yeah, I hope you tailed me on that because I had a great night with games, but then when I hit that, I started to look at property down there in the Bahamas. But yeah, I don't know. I have a big problem, and I know I have a vested interest, but I believe I believe he should have won by like a slam dunk to me. And that's not a disrespect to Ashton Janty. I just feel like I've never seen the reason why I took this was last year. He missed like 4 games, but I thought like, good God, like I could see how nasty he was. And I was just like, if he plays the whole season, no one else is on the same level to me. Like he's playing at, and this year he was even better than last year, like when he played. And I just thought, to me, it was a slam dunk. And I actually think that the voters are in the wrong by having it that close, personally. And I love Ashton Ginty. I love Boise State, but I just think I've never seen a guy dominate. You know what it is, though? I think your average person's a moron. Like,
you think?
Well, I mean, like they don't realize that Travis Hunter's shutting down guys on the defensive side of the ball. Like I saw like Boise's Twitter account like repping that he only had like 23 tackles or something, and I'm like, do they even know like what a good corner's supposed to do? Like you're supposed to be a no-name on defense. If you're blanketing them, if you're blanketing their top wideout, you're not going to be calling your name much. So it's not that sexy. But if you pay close attention to it, I mean, Travis Hunter didn't give up a receiving touchdown until I think the second to last game. I don't know. I'm curious your take on this, but I was just like, I thought without question, like no one is even fucking close to him.
Well, that's why I mean, kudos to you for winning this. That's why I never would have bet on the Heisman, because I'm like, I know that they just want to give it to a quarterback. I'm kind of actually surprised that they didn't give it to a quarterback, because it's been such a quarterback and offensive award. But yeah, he should have won it. I mean, Colorado won this year too. It wasn't like they were a 6-6 team. They finished 9-3, and he played both ways, and he was healthy. I didn't know if he could stay healthy. That was my big, not knock on him, but like I was concerned if he could hold up over a 12-game sample size, but he did, and he's a stud. I mean, he should be the number 1 pick of the draft, in my opinion.
Well, it's just crazy though, because I see it, and maybe it's just the TCE Twitter account is but I just see like a lot of haters on that, and I'm like, it makes you just question, do they watch football? Like, because like on defense, he's so dominant. I actually think he's way more dominant defensively than he is offensively, but you have to really be paying attention to what he does defensively, taking out the top receiver for the opposing team. And I thought, if you watch that Kansas State game, when Travis Hunter got injured, Kansas State attacked right away. They ended up winning the game, and I thought Colorado just looked like a different team without him. So, yeah, I think to me it's like it's not even close. And I know that I'm a Colorado fan, so I can see why people think that. But if he was playing for fucking Akron, I would say like this guy is just on a different planet than everybody else right now. To me, it's something that like you think like for me, and I don't think I'm overstating this. I know I've gotten into arguments about this, but I feel like 40 years from now, it's like one that you tell your grandkids about. You're just sitting there like, dude, this guy was nasty at both. It's like Bo Jackson or some shit. You know what I mean? Like or Dion maybe. But anyway,
that's his comparison. Dion's his comparison. Ironically,
yeah.
Like,
Dion never played this much wideouts. I'm saying it more so for Dion playing baseball and football, which I still think is a harder accomplishment personally. But
Dion is just such a fucking freak at the cornerback position. He, in terms of just shutting down. All right, hey, this whole half of the field is shut down. That's what Primetime did, and and then he would go play in the World Series at 8:00 at night after he played for the Cowboys or Falcons at 1:00. Yeah. Freak. Crazy.
Unbelievable stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I don't think the media, like I see people say, well, they just did that in the media. I don't think the media made a big enough deal about it personally.
Because why, right? Because of last year's Colorado overhype. Honestly, right? I think the overhype last year is why nobody covered it this year. They were like so Colorado exhausted from last year. Which, like, I'm the opposite. I started liking Colorado at the end of the year. I couldn't stand them last year. I thought they were annoying as hell and they sucked. This year, I was like, dude, they're actually pretty good. And Shador and Hunter, I mean, dude, he's a fucking stud. You can't hate on it.
Yeah. He's like a fucking unicorn, dude. Like I just to me, like you don't see
unreal.
that very often. Yeah.
And now I love Dion. I flipped on Dion. Dion's telling people to play in the bowl game. I'm like, let's go. Let's go.
That's
Dion.
so refreshing. It's so fucking refreshing.
Yeah.
I hope college basketball gets one. Yeah. I hope college basketball gets one this year with the NIT and calls out being like, of course we're going to play in the NIT. What are you talking about? Why would we not? Anyway, folks, let's get to the reacting. Had a fire day today, needed after last night's debacle. But I want to tell you, the college basketball experience, part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Download the SGP app. It's completely free, and you have easy access to all of our shows and all of our picks pages, wherever you get to, it's free wherever you get apps, whether it's Google Store, whether it's Apple Store, whatever. Just type in SGPN and download that thing and let it ride. All right, buddy. Yeah, we had a pretty damn good day. I mean, some crazy games, just absolute crazy games. Starting off with a little lock battle win for old Pick Dundee here.
Yeah, you rigged the security here.
This game was awesome.
Fuck Clemson, you guys can't show up.
Memphis 87, Clemson 82 in overtime.
Yeah.
This game delivered as one of the better games of the day.
Great game.
I took the money line too, which I thought honestly I feel like I kind of stole the money line late there because I thought Clemson was going to close them out before it went to OT.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I'm just going to, but I took the points and the money line. And Mason saying he wish he knew the students were gone already. I mean, they still had the elementary school there. You know what I mean? Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, asterisks with the elementary school. They didn't let him down until the 10-minute mark. What was that about? If they'd let him down from the beginning, I mean, Clemson may have had a little pop in their step. Yeah, that shit was awful to start. I didn't wake up till 10. I mean, we got done with the show at 4:00 in the morning, and I flip it on. I go, God damn, am I like still drunk from last night? Like, why is there nobody in the game right now? But I mean, Memphis, you give them credit. They were ready to go. It was 10 o'clock local their time. Memphis, their problem isn't getting up for these big games. Can they avoid the Arkansas States and the Rices in those games? So they finished with Virginia, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I mean, we'll see what happens.
But that's why they're a great dog, dude.
They are a great dog. I just thought Clemson, their culture would ultimately win, and Brownell kind of sucked down the stretch. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I mean, that shot at the end, that shot at the end of regulation. I mean, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. I thought
35-footer fadeaway. Yeah. I mean, no, you got two timeouts. Call timeout, bro.
Now, I will say both teams were hot from three, like the final 3 minutes of the game.
Ooh, Memphis
regulation. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I feel like it was almost like watching like a heavyweight fight. Clemson would make a big time three in the very next possession. Clemson would make like a contested three. I'm sorry, Memphis would make a contested three, and it was just a fucking fire day though. Like as far as like a game, I know I won on this, but it was just a really good watch. I felt like, and then we cashed on South Carolina State. I thought they should have won this thing outright, personally, but they only lose by 4. Double lock hits on the Bulldogs against Furman. Your thoughts on this one? I kind of feel like South Carolina State, that's a gut-wrenching loss because I feel like they were up, like 85% of this game, I feel like. My guy Emart's got a good team, man, at South Carolina State. Like, they play hard. I mean, they led, like you said, they led for 80% of the game, and they choked. They choked at the end of the game, but, I mean, they were a 13-point dog, so you can't crush them too much. But Furman 10-1, and I like South Carolina State in the MEAC, man. That's a team we're going to keep backing. They're old. Yeah. The next game, we had a conversation this morning on the pregame show. Shout out to Terrell Furman Jr. about how during COVID, well, COVID was really just like they put the bat soup out there. They needed time to invent the white running back again. So in the lab, they took the blood of John Riggins and Toby Gerhardt and Larry Zonka, right? And they were really they needed the world to shut down to create the ultimate white running back again. And I think Terrell and myself, this is Terrell's idea, and I thought it really, he's onto something with the amount of white running backs we've seen going through. We need to do that for basketball, though, because I can tell you this: watching Texas A&M Purdue was a hard watch for white people, man. Hard watch for white people. I sat there and I was like, it's remarkable they only lost by 4 because that's the coaching angle where I'm like, unbelievable that dude, everything was a struggle. Like just bringing the ball up court, you're just like, oh my god, like stop, like just stop. Like it was such a pain. Like I bet on Purdue. I don't know. I don't know if you did. So it was like it was just. Yeah, it to me it was one of those things. Just watching that, like you're just like white people, man. You know what I mean? Like I just thought like, yeah, fuck, dude. Do you have any bit of athleticism? Every single contested ball, like, dude, just bringing the ball up the court was a fucking nightmare. Every time I'm like, oh god, like even like 70% of the times they were able to get the ball up the court, but barely. Like it was just like like pandemonium. Like. I mean, this one was bad. This was my tweet. It was just like, good God, like just somebody, like just Purdue. You went to the national championship. You have money. You don't have to be like this.
Yeah, they give it all
I understand.
They give it all
I understand having a few whites, but you have money. Like I just see the lack of athleticism, and it's like, good God. It makes me instantly want to be that white. I'm like, pour me a glass of milk, honey. Right. And I mean, it was a painful watch. I thought this was the most painful watch of the whole fucking day, to tell you the truth. Your thoughts on this one? But
I will say that style of basketball wins in the Big Ten. So they're going to be just fine. Like they're going to shit out at 25-10 year and be a 4 seed in March. Like they're still going to be solid. But yeah, I was out with family doing some things, and we were at a local spot, and I had that game on. I'm like, oh, Purdue ain't winning this game.
Dude, I instantly regretting. I within the first 15 minutes, I was just like, good God. Yeah. I was like every single thing, every damn shot was contested. There was nothing. It's actually remarkable that they only lost by 4. Like I in my head, I was like, they're gonna lead. They're going to lose by 40. Yeah. Oh, man. I just don't understand it. Like, you have a shit ton of money. Don't you want to give the fans – like, I understand, like, okay, you got some good players, but you have a shit ton of money now. You've always had a shit ton of money. But now you got the Big Ten contract. You just went to the national championship. Sprinkle in some fucking athletes. I mean, they're mentioning Gene Katie in the chat. I remember Quanzo Martin and Glenn Big Dog Robinson. Yeah. They had they never been super athletic, Purdue. But I'm saying, like, I don't understand.
They've had a brother or two. They've had a brother or two in the day. Like, it hasn't been all white all the time.
What's what I'm saying? Like, watching this game, I'm like, they failed their fans. You know what I mean? I was like, this.
You say that, though. They're going to be 25-10, and they're going to be like, all right. I mean, well.
But how – you got to know that there's a ceiling on that. Like, watching that, I was just like, why didn't you go out and get somebody?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Their ceiling is if they get 7'5" Yao Ming coming through, they can get to a national championship. If not, they're going to lose in the round of 32 or round of 64. So they better hope Yao Ming, the next Yao Ming, is ready to go. If not, they're not going back to the Final Four. I like Purdue, though. I mean, they have a culture. They play hard. I like.
Why not win the national championship, though? Oh, you're close. If you just went and got a few guys.
I just don't think I don't think any of those guys want to play in Purdue. That's the other thing.
They have a shit ton of money, dude. Money speaks. Dude,
but I mean, everybody else has money. Everybody else has
Katie
money.
Salter, to take it to football. You think he really wants to play at Liberty? I can only imagine it might feel a little uncomfortable, right? But like Liberty has money; they can go get guys in football, at least in basketball. I don't know why they don't, but I'm saying I just have a hard time believing.
That was the dude that was fucking super athletic. Ivy was a stud for them a couple years ago, and they don't do well with the athletes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it though. Like you're so close. Don't you just want to win a national championship? You're so close. But
I mean, they definitely want to win a national championship. But hey, at least they're better than Indiana, and they have half the payroll.
That's true. I mean, I'm just saying, like a game like
Indiana's ass.
They probably don't deserve the slander. It's just
Purdue.
This game.
Like, they're Purdue.
But it's like you watch this, you're like, this one is like, man, the SEC is. I don't know how it was only a 4-point game because like the entire game, I just kept thinking, man, you don't have any athletes. Like you have nobody.
Yeah.
That you don't even have athletic whites. Like there's some athletic whites that happen out there. But they're not at Purdue.
Sneaky athletes. I heard that phrase over and over today. I go, just because he's white and he's athletic doesn't mean he's sneaky athletic. He can be an athletic white guy. Those two exist. You ever heard of Andre Karolinko? I mean, come on.
But dude, this one was a tough watch. This was a tough
athlete for a white guy at least 7 times today. I'm like, all right, just because he's white doesn't mean he's sneaky athletic.
Dude, you ever seen the clip of Dion? He's at he's working for NFL Network, and they're at Indianapolis for 40, and like yes. I forget what guy it is, but he runs this white dude runs a nasty 40, and Dion like can't help himself. He's like, whoa, it's like that guy it's gold, it's absolute gold, but Anyway, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like that was a tough watch, man. But kudos to your point. They only lose by 4 in a game I feel like they were just dominated in. Like every fucking thing was a struggle.
Yeah.
From my perspective. Like every single thing that Purdue tried to accomplish was a struggle, but they only lost by 4. So
and I think that's going to be a theme all year. I need to stop ever taking them away from Mackey. They're not that good. But, like, their culture is going to find a way to get them in games, and then they'll win at Mackey. And that's a testament to Payton. Because their team
That's one thing that I did note today watching all these games, though. Is like, too many fucking neutral site games, man.
Oh, it was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. Too many of these bullshit games. Folks, want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Pick'em has one of the biggest menus for all the sports. You can win up to 1,000 times the amount of money you enter with Underdog Streaks, and Underdog is always making it easier to win with profit boosting gimme pick'ems. They got college hoops, they got college football, they got everything else. MLB, NBA, NFL, NASCAR, MMA, CFL, everything. You can now use specials and boost on all flexed entries as well. So what are you doing? Sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code TCESGPN. I am currently looking for something. They do not have the college hoop slate out for tomorrow yet, but I can tell you this. They will at some point. They have every other sport out there right now, though. But obviously the slate's not incredible tomorrow. I'm sure they will, though. But check it out. You can find an edge that I truly believe you can't find elsewhere. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rebet. Rebet is a new social sportsbook available in 45 different states. There are plenty of betting opportunities that are available on Rebet. It's easy to use and great for people in states where traditional sportsbooks may be restricted. Download the Rebet app in the App Store or Google Play Store. Use the promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $100. That's Rebet, promo code SGPN. Well, tried to take you, tried to enlighten my fellow countrymen or fellow human beings out there on planet Earth. I like to think that much like Valpo, I am a beacon of light.
Valpo,
And I tried to tell you, folks. I tried to tell you that the Sharks are going to be swimming heavy in Columbia, Missouri. They got this bullshit. I told you we should delete this state. It's disrespectful. It's a disrespectful line, and it was. And it was because the Sharks were getting 27.5, and the fucking line in Las Vegas, I'll put the blame on you too. You're underrating the fucking Sharks. We cover easy. Peter Luger's was rocking. Let me tell you that tonight. The liquid lunch turned into liquid dinner. The fucking Sharks cover 27.5 because they lose by 27. Rod Strickland, next time I see you, there's a fucking porterhouse on me. All right, on me. All right, go out there, get the goddamn cream corn. Don't forget the fucking cream corn. Peter Luger's cream corn. It's absolutely to die for. The fucking Sharks are a magnificent team. Good Lord, I fucking love this team. I love this fucking team. I'm telling you, Missouri, I dare you to put us on the schedule next year. We're fucking winning outright. Your thoughts?
Do you have a breakdown of this game? I didn't watch 1 second.
The breakdown is the fucking Sharks were swimming off through your bullshit state, Missouri. All right? Off through your bullshit state. You know, we went to Missouri once to bury some fucking idiots, but I'm telling you, the Sharks are for real. Get that cream corn, all right? Get that fucking – today's game, to describe it, cream corn, all right? Cream corn.
How many people do you think watch this game?
We probably have more people watch our show than watch this game, but, you know.
And it was on that sorry-ass SEC network, too, which sucks ass.
That's not giving me a compliment. Yeah.
By the way, we need to call out YouTube TV. Their performance today was bullshit.
My God.
Oh, my God. Not one multi-view? What the fuck are you raising the prices $10 for? So I can fucking wipe my ass? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, that is ridiculous. You raise the price $10. Inflation's already skyrocketing, and we can't even get 4 games on the TV. What the fuck are we doing?
How is it that hard? I don't understand. I mean,
oh man, I was so pissed off. That shit was ridiculous.
I don't understand how it's. How do they not let you have control? I've never understood.
Why do I pay you?
Why don't you? You should be able to build. It shouldn't be that fucking hard. 15 years ago. Longer than that, 20 years ago, I worked at a sports bar. And I don't know, the DJ didn't show up or something. So I'd be in control of I was bartending, but then they'd be like, hey, can you handle the TVs up in the DJ booth? 20 fucking years ago, you could do that at a sports bar. Now they had some big fucking thing you had to, but I'm just saying how I could find my iPhone if I throw it off the fucking Santa Monica Pier, but we can't get 4 games. We can't choose 4 screens at once.
What are we doing?
Why?
Man? That shit should be available all hours of the day. If you want to put the news on one side and you want to put a sports show on and then a game on here and a game, whatever you want to
should have the power.
Yes.
You should have the power to put whatever you want. It doesn't make any sense.
You can't double the fucking price over a 5-year span and not give us anything back other than just say fucking fuck you. That's all they're doing right now. They're a fucking joke. We need to look into sticking it back to them, man. We're going to storm that's what we're going to do. We're going to fucking storm their shit. You better fucking
where's
watch
their
out.
capital? It's
San
Francisco.
Coming, buddy.
You guys, I'll show up to storm the. I'll show up to storm the YouTube, and I'm assuming that's somewhere in San Francisco. But I'm gonna just slide on over to Chinatown. I was in Chinatown once, and I was. It's probably like a year or two before COVID. I was hanging out with a buddy, and we just go to this like famous Mai Tai bar.
Yeah.
And we're at this Mai Tai bar, and this guy's like, I mean, look, I'm a happy drunk for the most part. I know people think I'm an angry drunk. I'm a happy drunk. So I don't know. I was tipping all right, and just having fun. I was bartender a long time, so I was like, yeah, here you go, man. And the guy was cool. He's like, 2 a.m. comes, last call, and he's like, dude, you're cool. You can stay. Right? And he tells me and my buddy that we could stay. And then like 40 Asian guys come in in like professional attire, though, like suits, like majority of them being in suits. It was like I felt like I was in fucking Big Trouble Little China. And he's like, yeah, I hope you're cool with this. They do high stakes gambling. If you want in, and I'm like, oh my God. I'll be honest, I didn't enter because I was highly intimidated because they were playing a game that I did not know. Right? I was watching them play, but I was like, this is awesome. I was like, this is how I imagine Big Trouble Little China. And that's what I'm going to be doing, though. If we go out there, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm down to storm YouTube, but I'm gonna just study that game more, get drunk, and gamble. But
you better watch out. We're going to storm your capital. We're going to lead the army. TCE's coming.
Shout out to Rob Donaldson.
Attack.
Yeah, Colby was in a scene from Rush Hour. He gives us $20 too. Hell of a nice guy. Jackie Chan's the greatest. Do I need to just talk about that?
Yes.
You ever just watch his outtakes? I watch his outtakes all the time.
Chan. He's great.
Dude, he's fucking better than anybody, dude. Like, go watch his outtakes. I spend weeks of my life just sitting there watching like an hour of outtakes of Jackie Chan. I'm like, what a fucking maniac. What a fucking G, right? He's a better human than everybody. Like, he's like, yeah, you want me to climb up that wall to the 5th floor? And then I'll jump off. I'll use some old woman's crutch, and I'll jump off that floor into the opposing apartment complex. Don't worry that I'm 20 stories up. Don't worry. And then I'll land, and then I'll shimmy down this pipe. I mean, he should have the power to fuck any girl in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we should all just give him our house, our key to our house, and be like, Jackie Chan,
you're the best.
You're better than me. You're better. You're better than us. Anyway, Long Island's better than us too. The fucking Shocks.
Is that
covered machine?
This conversation?
Yeah. See, we went for Jackie Chan. We went around the world. South Dakota, nice call on this one. South Dakota, I didn't bet this.
God.
I think you did, right? Did you bet this?
Yeah, they stormed the YouTube Capitol. They said, put our shit on TV. My God, they annihilated them. They were
dominating performance. Yeah, Western Illinois just didn't know what the hell to do.
Dude, they're bad. They suck.
We should have bet Penn State. This was such an obvious play.
It was 40 though. Yeah. I mean, it was.
Yeah, but Coppin did score 12 more points than I thought they would. I'm with you, Cannabis Capper. Rumble in the Bronx is a fucking gold mine.
That's a
Legend of the Drunken Master is fucking great too. How about this play? Double lock, Stony Brook. The Seawolves. Yes.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
They sure can when they finally cash for us. This was a great call. Great call. I tailed you on this. This was not. I had nothing to do with this. I feel like this was you. I
was good on non TMZ games early. I mean, I was rolling in these mid-major under in the trenches games, as we call it.
Yeah. Gus in the chat says Jet Li better than Jackie Chan. I'm going to disagree. Now, I'll say this. Jet Li's fucking talented, but like there's certain like Jackie Chan has the outtakes, but also there's a certain charisma that makes someone likable or unlikable. I've always said I've never heard anybody talk shit about Michael J. Fox pre the fucking diagnosis. Parkinson's. It's like he just had like a likable gene about him that he was likable, right? Jackie Chan has that shit. Jackie Chan has that shit. And I feel like that's part of the, like, he'll jump off that 5th story building, he'll land and then start smiling and laughing. Like Jet Li is like seriously, he's talented, but like all of his shit is serious. To me, if you don't, part of like, I dig Jet Li, but I'm just saying part of the, what makes Jackie Chan fucking great to me is like that he's also just fucking hilarious. Like he'll like, do a backflip off of fucking, do a backflip off of a hovercraft onto a fucking Lamborghini, break his foot, and then he's laughing about it. I break my foot, right? And it's just fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's something about it. Anyway,
I like Jackie Chan.
Yeah, hell of a good guy. I never met him a day in my life, but a hell of a good guy in my book. Youngstown State 93, Toledo 87.
Bro,
Picked this game incorrectly. Didn't bet on it.
Rolling.
They're scoring a lot too, man.
I know. A lot. Them Utah State. We'll talk about Utah State here in a little bit. Woo, buddy.
Yeah. How about this double lock? RuPaul, Blue Balls, a.k.a. DePaul. Shout out to Cannabis Cacker. Cannabis Cacker. Capper. I can't fucking talk. Yeah. This game opened up. Once again, there was no YouTube failed us. And I changed this game for a little bit. And I jumped back to it. And I was like, what? It was like a neck and neck game. I mean, DePaul had the lead, but they're up by like 3 or 4. The next thing you know, they're up big. Yeah, let's go. Nice call there. Pablo says, word on the street is Jackie Chan's a straight scumbag. Well, I mean, word on the street says Pick Dundee's a scumbag too. No, I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? Here's one thing I'll say. What's that?
No, I mean, who isn't a scumbag? You can find nice guys at the fucking library.
One thing I'll say is like you normally get like once you're a celeb, you're kind of a target. So like I've seen people you thought would be dickheads be cool, and people that you thought would be cool be dickheads. You know, it kind of changes. It kind of sucks, actually, in my opinion. Like when you meet, I bartended in a place in Hollywood where you met a lot of fucking celebrities, and some of it I almost don't, and I don't even like telling the world because it's like you tell the world, then you feel like a dick, and you're like, what if that guy was just having a bad day? Can he have a fucking bad day? Can she have a bad day? But then you're just like, no, you're kind of a dick. You know what I mean? Like, I think Jackie Chan. I mean, I don't know. Who the fuck knows? You know what I mean? But I can tell you this: he can entertain the shit out of millions of people by jumping off of fucking bridges and doing kung fu and kicking people in the fucking face. You know what I mean? Like, and smiling after all that. So, yeah, I'm on board. Maine 84, 79.
He's a legend. I mean, I'm at the point I don't give a fuck what kind of person they're at. I mean, if they're good at their job, I like them.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to shout out to Rob Donaldson, who says the coolest celebrity I ever met was Charlie Sheen. Look, I'll co-sign that too. I bartended on Charlie Sheen many times, right? Charlie Sheen is a very cool fucking human being. Now, from when you meet him face to face, from my point of view. Now, I don't know his other life. I can also tell you this. I was best friends. Rest in peace to my guy Richard Alderete, who was one of the first Mexican editors in Hollywood, film editors. And he told me a story about he was friends with Martin Sheen, and he's like, we went to a house party of theirs. Like we were just all there to get fucked up because he lived over by Malibu. And he's like, Charlie Sheen was probably 10 years old. And they dropped, and I always get this confused with Robert Downey Jr. because he was also friends, one of the two. But I believe they dropped acid in his fucking Kool-Aid when he was like 10 years old or 8 years old. Right? And, he's like, dude, we were all fucked up. Like it was the late 70s, early 80s or whatever, mid 70s. And it was just a wild time in LA. He's like, but they gave him acid. And the other story, which I'm forgetting which one's which, is they got him pissed drunk and had him jump out of a fucking go skydiving at like 8 years old. They gave him tequila shots, and then they went skydiving. So one is Robert Downey Jr., one is Charlie Sheen, and I forget which story is which, but one of them, both are true. But I'm just saying, you're not going to be fucking normal. Can you imagine if that happened to you, dude? 8 years old, you're fucking doing acid. You're on acid.
Oh,
you know, I couldn't imagine that. I just couldn't imagine like you're
like you said, a lot of these people just like are not put in positions to succeed, like and just around a shit environment. And I mean, you just do the best you can, make it out of it. And God, I mean, I can't imagine being on acid when I'm 8 years old. I mean, good God.
Yeah.
I was trying to
remember my mother
fucking communion at fucking in the second grade. That's how old we are, right? Yes. 8 years old. I'm trying to get my communion or whatever you do when you're 8 years old.
I remember my my mother, like back in the day, after the news, we'll go to like Entertainment Tonight or something. One of those shows like that, and she was like, Charlie Sheen is trash because at the time he had like got caught with like a prostitute. This is like pre Denise Richards or whatever. It was back in like the 90s, and she was like, "What a piece of trash," right? And then after meeting Charlie Sheen, I was telling my mom that I was like, he was cool as fuck, and I've met him like 50 times. So I was like, this is not a one-time thing. Like he was cool as fuck, right? And he tips really good. He's a nice guy, right? And it's just, you hear that acid story and you're like, that's, of course he's going to go get a prostitute or whatever. You know what I mean? Like his life's insane. You know what I mean? Like from the start, it's insane. And we're judging him from our stupid lives. Anyway, Maine 84, Canisius 79. Speaking of cocaine, the Maine Cocaine Bears get it done 84-79. And they didn't cover, which we were on Canisius. But shout out to the Black Bears for continuing to win. And then maybe our best play of the night, triple lock, Auburn minus the points.
Oh, God.
Woo!
Hello, that was nice.
Oh, my God.
Dude, are they going to win the national championship? I mean, their fucking team's up.
I would say, like, right now, you got to think so, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I can't even break down how this game went because, like I said, I was out and I was watching Purdue, A&M, and then Army Navy was coming on, and obviously that game is close to me, so I was going to watch every play of the game. And I mean, I just was score watching, and I'm like, I don't have a reason to turn this on. Auburn's killing them. So I have no idea what happened in this game other than Auburn won by 40-4.
Yeah. Johnny Broom went for 21-20.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, you're only going to watch 5 minutes because this thing was over in 5 minutes.
I think I was
shout out to the
and I go, wow, it's 15-5. This game's over.
Yeah, pretty much. Shout out to the midshipman who I took on the money line. Sorry, I know you're an Army guy, but I just got to tout.
Yeah. Fuck you, Navy.
It was all about the spot. It was all about the spot, man. Shout out to I hit on Auburn. I hit on Navy. It was a great fucking day. We did eat shit here on Louisiana as Lamar beat him by 30. Good God.
Dude,
what?
Lamar gonna fucking like win the national championship too? What is wrong with this team? They're killing everybody. They won by Corpus Christi by like 30 the other night.
Unbelievable.
What is going on in this game of basketball? Lamar is a wagon man? What?
I didn't think they'd win the game by 30
a wagon
against.
Now? That has never happened.
I didn't think they win by 30 against any Division I basketball team.
Back-to-back games.
Yeah. We also cashed on. Well, I forget if you went with me or not, but High Point gets it done against App State. This game was tighter than I thought it was going to be.
We got lucky.
We got very lucky here, dude. This game High Point's just not as good as advertised.
No. It was a home game for them too. I mean, it was all High Point fans. Dude, they care. I mean, the more and more I watch like their athletic department, like they want to be so good at basketball so bad. So I'm pulling for them.
Yeah, once they start a football program, I'll root for them. Circle of Trust, I bet this one, hopefully you check the picks page. This was on the picks page. This morning I woke up and I was like, before doing the pregame show, I was like, I'm going to throw some more action out there. Queens!
I did too.
Queens, yeah, there we go. Double lock on the Royals. Taking out Gardner Webb, 85-83.
Our guy Grant Leonard, baby. Get it done.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good coach.
Oh, yeah.
Queens is going to be a factor in the A-Sun. They've taken some bumps, but I think they're way better than their record.
Yeah.
He's a good coach.
I do too. We should have bet this one because we were on top of this one. Jacksonville takes down East Tennessee State 60-52. I feel like we were both on top. Who did you take? You took ETSU or did you take Jacksonville?
I have a soft spot for ETSU, so I took him, but no lock. I had no bet in this game.
Our boy McCray went for 22-5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, this
I felt
is
like I should have
TCU
bet that.
coaches game. I mean, we got Mincy versus Savage. Both of those guys are our guys. So I mean, yeah, I didn't bet this game.
Well, we did bet this one. And guess what? At halftime, it was like a 6-point game. South Carolina upstate. We knew this line was ridiculous. 26 points? They did lose by 20. They tried their best down the stretch to get this thing to 26, and I was sweating a little bit, but we got it done. Shout out to Upstate. I don't think you watched this, did you?
No, I was score monitoring, so I was like, don't you dare not cover this game. So I can't tell you a breakdown other than Clemson and South Carolina play this week, and that's always a big game. I worked at the University of South Carolina. That's always a big game. So looking forward to the Gamecocks and Tigers squaring off here.
Yep. Folks, want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie has been running on SGPN for years. Check out their new and improved website. It's great on mobile. Plus, there's props for every game, and the live dealer casino is always a bundle of fun. They even have new early cash out options. Just check out. Yeah, get on over there. Head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip. I like UNLV against Cal at that filthy bullshit stadium, SoFi Stadium in LA. All right, check out that one. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. SGPN's proud partner, Rhythm, is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds and get predictions for betting on money lines, spreads, totals, props. You can copy one of the top-performing models from the leaderboard. I think you'll still make money. Or you could build your own, select what you like, and then Rhythm will build around that. You can now track your props in the Rhythm app as well. They got college hoops, they got college football, they got NFL, they got NBA. Rhythm has it all. Claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. And we should have bet this one too, because I felt good about this. It's the problem with them putting them all on Saturday. When they put all these games on Saturday, you can look past them. Like, I felt good about Jacksonville against East Tennessee State, really, like I did. And I felt good about Charlotte against Georgia State. I thought Charlotte was just a lot better than Georgia State. I think I've been on the fade Georgia State train a lot this year. I just didn't. If this was on a Tuesday, I would have bet this fucking game. But because Saturday and there's 10 billion games, and especially when you mix it in with football, it's like you're betting everything. Shout out to Charlotte. The Clits win by 14 in Atlanta. Your thoughts on this one?
Charlotte kicked their ass. I ended up betting this on the picks page just because I wanted. It was a small bet. It wasn't a huge bet. So Charlotte, nice win here. They're playing better. That's my takeaway here.
Yeah. I don't know how this one hit, but it hit. And I got to be honest, I kind of forgot about this one at this point because I'm a football junkie, if you can't tell by all my shit that I talk about. I was also watching like the D2, FCS, D3, NAIA playoffs at the same time. I'm bouncing around through all this. And I really want to watch this game. I caught some in the first half, but I kind of forgot about it in the rotation. Western Kentucky 81, Murray State 76. I bet Western Kentucky -4. I don't even know how I hit this because Murray was up when I was watching.
Overtime.
I feel like we stole this one, but I can't believe this is one I might throw on tomorrow. Your thoughts on this one? Did you bet this?
I did, and we completely sold. This was not the right side, but the Hilltoppers, they find a way to win those games in Bowling Green, and this has been a great little rivalry. We need more games like this, and all I can say is, why was this not on a Friday night? The nation should have solved this game.
Yeah. This is another one I added to the card. I ate shit on, though. I bet Western Carolina +9. They lost by 17 at Asheville. I didn't see this one coming. I thought like rivalry game. Surprised by that. Weehawk, I blame you. We should have bet. I actually can't believe this outcome. I knew we should have bet this. I knew we should have bet this fucking game, and I'm holding you personally responsible for this one. I said fucking Dartmouth was live. Now, they didn't win it outright, but they were up 9 at halftime. 9 at halftime. I mean, they still lose, but they covered. I knew Lowell. Anytime Lowell is favored by double digits, you have to take the fucking dog.
Does Dartmouth cover every game? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I feel. Well, what's their record ETS? Someone get me that. But yeah,
I know
feel
it's like
this is another one
in their last 5. I know that.
I'm mad.
BC money line.
Yeah. Shout out to Rob Donaldson, who was at the Wartburg Bethel playoff game last Saturday. That's a real one. Love that. Iowa football. There's some Morningside. Don't forget about Morningside.
Like Iowa.
Dude, and then I'm so glad I thought about betting. I'll be honest, I had this bet loaded, and I deleted this. Longwood loses to Lavelle Moton outright. I almost bet Longwood, dude. I'm telling you, I was very fucking close to taking Longwood, and Central wins 77-70. Shout out to JTATL who cashed on my Navy money line play as well.
Fuck you, JTATL.
Did you touch this were you on Longwood at all?
I was on Longwood too.
Did you bet it though? I didn't bet it. I was close.
I did bet it. I did bet it. And to the Army point, I even waited till it was plus money and I took Army. Like I knew the game was going to play out the way it was, but like my heart, I'm like, I'm betting Army, no matter what, because I mean, go Army, beat Navy. Dude, it's a disadvantage to go to your conference championship game in the Army Navy game.
It is. Well,
remember last time Navy went? Remember last time Navy won and then Army smacked them the next week?
Keenan Reynolds, yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know what I thought though, and I feel like my handicap was spot on this. Yes, you had that element, I did factor that in. Yeah. You also had Jeff Munkin on fucking the TV show McAfee saying like, "Who's Navy?" Which I get it, he's doing shtick, right?
He interviewed for the W job, yeah.
Yeah, but I also believe, he's interviewing for the WV job and the Carolina job.
Yep.
But I also believe this. They had 2 weeks to prep, and specifically in this game, they've lost twice in a row. And if you look at how I love this game. This is, as far as I'm concerned, this is the football game that I probably want to watch most every year. I mean, maybe there's the Red River Shootout some years, but I love this game. It's football without the bullshit, in my opinion. It's like this is football, and it's the purest form of football to me. And one of the things that I thought was like, if you go back 2 years ago, Ken Niumatalolo's last game, they fumble the ball at the fucking 1 yard line or 2 yard line, right?
Yeah.
In double overtime, and they lose, right? The next game, last year, the goal line, an inch away.
Yeah.
Well, there's no transfer portal with those guys. That whole team eats that. So I just thought they're going to be so fucking motivated. Because not only have they lost 2 ways in very heartbreaking fashion, they watched Army win their own conference in year 1, right?
Yeah.
And Monken's talking shit on TV, and I just thought, oh, Navy's gonna be so fucking ready. And they get an extra week to prep. I just thought they're gonna be so fucking ready for them. Anyway,
Army's gonna smack him 3. Army's gonna smack him.
I think I'll probably be on Army, dude. Oh, yeah. And that's another thing is like if you pay attention, ever since they got good, which Paul Johnson and Bobby Ross and stuff helped get them back good. And then I felt like this was a much harder game to handicap in the 90s, but recently it's been and I will say I did eat shit on I had the under. I thought that was going to hit, but Pablo Santana saying, will the Space Force have a football team? Air Force had the Space Force uniforms last year, but I'm with you. You should always add more football teams. You know what I mean? Always add more football teams. This game was a push for me. Didn't bet, but Texas State was getting 8.5, I think, on the show last night. But on the picks page, I got 9. So it was a push. Didn't bet it, but who gives a shit? But Florida Atlantic, another nice win for. Did you bet this?
I did. They won by 9. It was 8.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On the show last night, it was 8.5. I got 9 on the picks page this morning when I was making my picks. But
I ended up coming around to FAU, and I bet it. FAU got it done for me. Hawaii's trying to collapse right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to watch that right now. Just blew a 12-point lead in about 30 seconds.
Right.
UCF covers Tulsa. It's another one we probably should have bet. Okay, now let's talk about this. I am disappointed that this is not a nationally televised game. I am disappointed that this is on ESPN Plus, and I watched this entire game, and the first half specifically, it was like watching a fucking. You remember back in the day, Nintendo, when you had to load up and like in the middle of the game, the Nintendo is just your screens just looks all fucking wonky in the middle of the game. You'd be playing fucking Contra.
Tech and Weber last night. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
No, even worse, in my opinion. Even worse, right? This was like just blobs on the screen. This is like
fail, big time.
This is why, if I was president of this country, and this is why you should call 1-800-PICK-DUNDAY. I would demand this to be a nationally televised game. Cincinnati 80 or 68, Xavier 65. I nailed this to a fucking T. Xavier covers. Cincinnati wins by 3. I think I said exactly that. But what the fuck was this, man? And I feel disgusted that this is on ESPN Plus.
I had it on. I'm at the bar and I have it on at my phone, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm watching Xavier Cincinnati. I can't even see the game.
It was such a bad
Cincinnati. Like, what?
I know. This is where I blame our politicians. I read, have you guys ever gotten educated on Richard Nixon? I am not a crook, but Richard Nixon, say what you want about his politics. He's all right with me. All right?
Old Nixon.
People don't know this. But the NFL used to have local blackouts for every single team in the playoffs, right? Because they wanted you to go to the game, even if the game was sold out. And President Nixon was in the office there in Washington, D.C., tapping motherfuckers left and right. And he realized, so back in the day, and my dad can attest to this. My dad he hates the NFL now, but he was a diehard Redskin fan. And he and his friends would go. So if they played a playoff game, let's say they're playing the Cowboys, and it's in D.C., and you didn't have the money to go to the game, or the game was sold out, it was still blacked out, whether it's sold out or not. you would have to drive to Pennsylvania and get a hotel and watch it on the fucking TV. Yes.
Stupidest shit ever.
And guess what? The NFL was struggling as a league.
Yeah.
So Richard Nixon wants to watch the Redskins game, playoff game in DC, and he realizes this is the policy, and he goes, "What the fuck is this?" Right? And he calls up Pete Rozelle. There's a book about this. You should read it. I forget the name of it. He calls up Pete Rozelle, and he's like, "What the fuck is this? Blackouts?" And this dude, look, I don't give a shit about all of his foreign policy. That we were in Vietnam too long. Yeah, probably you're right. All the slander's probably accurate. I don't give a fuck. But I can tell you this. He made it so we could watch the NFL, which I loved the NFL for a long time. I hate the NFL now too. But on one phone call, much like George Bush getting SMU into the ACC, he calls. He goes, "What the fuck is this? I want this on locally for the people of DC. I want to be able to watch this game." And Rozelle gets it done. He makes some type of deal with them, so they helped him out later. I forget what it was, but fascinating story. Fascinating that this guy, in a way, kind of saved the NFL's ass, because I don't know the NFL. A lot of people, the NFL went on strike at 82 and 87. I don't know if they even got there. They were not making a shit ton of money then. Yeah, for Richard Nixon. And then another thing is JFK wrote in something in 1961 where the NFL can't play on Friday and Saturday. This is still a thing until after the high school and college season is done. So you're wondering why the NFL goes and plays on Saturdays. It's because of this act JFK put in there of saying, this is America. You should play high school football on Fridays, college on Saturdays, NFL on Sundays. You should not spread that. If you're wondering why the NBA is every night or college hoops every night, the NFL can't do it. They cannot legally do it until after the college football season. So in that act back in 61, it's like as of December 5th or something. It's all fascinating, at least to me. No one else. Probably get no views on the show. But isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy? So my point.
I know that.
My point, though, is Xavier Cincinnati. All we need is one goddamn president to say, "Hey, Xavier Cincinnati should never be on ESPN Plus." Pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I'll fuck you guys up. I will charge you crazy tariffs. Crazy, like you'll be in trouble. Put this shit on, and then boom, it'll be on."
Oh, I got a guy that can shake some shit up. Give it a month. He'll get that shit done.
You close to a politician?
I'm gonna write the old Don and say, "Hey man, we need Cincinnati Xavier on at least FS1. At least FS1."
I don't even know if he knows. I mean, he knows football. I don't think he knows basketball. I don't know about that one. I don't know. This is a long shot right here.
I'll tell you what though. Back in 2020, when the season was teetering on being canceled, he was on the side of playing. So I mean, he wants the games to be played.
That is true. That is true. But if I'm being completely honest, I've held a grudge against him since he collapsed the USFL for a while.
He made it better.
He made the USFL better? No. He was like, let's go head-to-head against the NFL. We would have had spring football forever if it wasn't for him. But he did pay Doug Flutie a lot of money, and I'm a Flutie guy. Georgetown, 75. Syracuse, 71.
Georgetown.
Yes, you bet this. I didn't have the cojones to bet this.
Thank you.
But I was on Georgetown. Shout out to the Hoyas. Ed Cooley after the game saying it felt like an old school rivalry game.
I don't know if it did.
Yeah, I mean, I watched a decent amount of this. I don't know if it felt like that. Like back in the day, they fucking hated each other. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most boring Syracuse Georgetown game ever. I fell asleep.
Yeah. Landon saying Trump went to Diddy parties, Mac. You gotta wonder. It's like the Chris Tucker to Epstein Island. He only went once, according to the records.
Who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck?
It's just no. I think it's hilarious though that somewhere we're never gonna know the truth, right? Whether it's Epstein Island, whether it's Diddy parties, but some random some random people like are there and they have no fucking idea, right? And you know that like they're just like now they're like, oh my God, fuck. You know what I mean?
I was
Like
there. Oh shit! I got the blowjob in the porta john. Oh God!
I do. I want to bet. I want to bet with my buddies from like 20 years ago. From like 20 years ago. Now, I am not a Kid Rock fan by any means, right? As far as his music, I've never been a Kid Rock fan. I've always thought it was kind of corny, but we were in an argument. I don't know how the fuck, like me and my buddies, like my best buddies I grew up with, about would you rather hang out at a P. Diddy party or a Kid Rock party? And this is like in 2003 when I said this, and I was like, I think I go Kid Rock, right? I go, I just feel like you don't know where the night's going. Like when I think of P. Diddy, and we argued about it, I was the one person. It was like we had a group of like 15 people. I was the one person saying, I think I'd choose Kid Rock over P. Diddy, just because I think you don't know where the fuck his party's going to go, right? And I was like, P. Diddy, like, I feel like it's just like anytime you go to the fucking club and you're getting bottle treatment, you know, like, you'll have a good time. That was my analysis back then. So when all this shit hit the fan, of course, on the group text, I sent my buddies, I was like, told you I was right about the Kid Rock party, dude. I was like, how you guys feel now? And all of them are sitting there saying, yeah, you're right. You were right. You won that one.
There was some shit going on there. But I mean, I will say, I don't hold people that went there accountable. The people that held the party. I mean, goddamn. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, who knows? Like, some people might have been on the know of like, hey, we're gonna go to this party and this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
But there's also some people, and I'll be honest, and I can attest to this. I went to a fucking party. I went to a fucking house party for Andy Dick, right? And that was some weird shit, man. I saw some weird shit, and but I'm just like, I go to do stand up one night, and I'm at the Comedy Store and hanging out, and someone says, "Dude, Andy Dick's out of jail. You want to go to his party?" And I was like, "Sure." You know what I mean? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll go get drunk.
Let's go to the party. Now, I have no idea whatever happened at that party. I tell you this, I felt uncomfortable for me and my buddy. It felt like weird, and we're like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. But to think like if someone took photos and you'd be like, hey, pick D's at this fucking thing. I'd be like, look, I swear to God, I didn't know what was happening. Someone just said, you want to go to a party? I said, yeah, let's go. So anyway,
I was at a Rich Rod party back in the day, and it's all right now that he's back.
See, there you go. Exactly, right? Now statute of limitations ran out.
Yeah, exactly. A McAfee party, as he says. Yeah, man, I mean, and nobody's perfect. I'm so sick of all these fucking cowards acting like they're perfect. It's like, oh my God, he went to this party, that party. He fucking smoked whatever. He got drunk. It's like, bro, get off your high stool. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
we're all fucking fucked up. We're all fucked up.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think the thing that you want to tightrope here is like, it's fucked. We're all fucked up to accidentally go to that party, but to actually
we're not hosting the party.
I'm like, that's where you should clarify a little bit. Yeah. Like, we're all fucked up. Oh yeah, let me buy this island, right, and have everyone over here. No, no. What you're saying is like, I can understand. Like, there's a human element of like, if someone just said, dude, if it was 2005, and someone said, Dundee, you want to go to P. Diddy's party? I'd be like, yeah, let's fucking go. I have no idea. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. So, I feel like, what a world, though. What a world we live in. This is why you tune into the College Experience. We'll give you a breakdown about the Maine Black Bears and talk about why everyone should relax a little bit.
Why P. Diddy and Epstein.
Yeah, I was wondering where you're going with that. I was like, no, dude, I don't.
No, I'm just saying, like, the people that went to the parties are not at fault. It's the people that orchestrated the fucked up shit. They should be held accountable, not the people that went to the parties.
I got you. Like I try to justify the Chris Tucker thing. Why when it goes to Epstein Island, I'm like, well, we know he only went once, and it's like if you told a random person, hey, there's going to be this big ass party in the island, on this island by the Bahamas, you should go. who the fuck's not? Who's gonna say no? And then you get there and you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And then you're stuck on an island. You need you don't know. What are you gonna? You don't know how to fucking fly a helicopter or anything. You got to get on the next flight. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know. It's an interesting thing if you really think about it, though. But it's all shit that
people are too judgmental and soft bitches. That's my opinion. Except
Epstein didn't kill himself. But anyway, Fordham 86, Bryant 84. I took Bryant. Did not bet this game, but Fordham gets that dub 86-84. Your thoughts?
Not many. Good win for Fordham. I mean, the game was a toss-up game like we thought it would be, and that's what it turned out to be.
We nailed this one. Double lock on the Badgers. Get this Butler Bulldog shit out of here. 83-74. The Badgers get it done. Great handicap by us, right?
We're geniuses.
Yeah, we are. People are saying that Epstein and Tupac are still alive. I'll raise you one higher. Bison Daly is still alive. Do a deep dive on that. Then talk to me. I honestly I actually thought if I had a bunch of money, I would actually do a documentary on that one. That's an interesting one. Landon's cracking me up in the chat.
They're saying I'm associated with Epstein and Diddy. Hilarious.
I just can't believe I won. I didn't think there'd ever be an outcome to our heated drunken argument of Kid Rock's party or P. Diddy's party. And I can't believe that I have a verdict. Even though I guess for a minute there, that was a fun ride. It was a fun ride. You ever play fantasy football with or fantasy celebrity, where you draft players, you draft celebrities that are going to get arrested or end up in the news somehow. So it's out there in the universe. You can play it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Todd Daly, aka Brian Williams. Yes, correct. This one stunk. I'm glad I didn't bet this because the line stunk. Wilmington loses to Howard by 5 on the road at Howard. Shout out to the Bison getting a good win. Oh man, former video coordinator for Donald Trump. Apparently, did you write that? Who wrote that? Is Bieniek in the chat? Yeah, in there? I guess so because I didn't write that shit. Yeah, nice win for Howard. And then you had another one. This game was awesome. Double lock. Seton Hall in the points. Heartbreaking loss. Heartbreaking loss.
Rutgers.
This game was fantastic. If you haven't seen the highlights at TCE on SGPN, your thoughts on this one, buddy?
Fuck, man. That's Heartbreak City for Seton Hall, man. I mean, easy cover. I mean, they led the game a majority of the game.
Wire to wire, I feel like.
Yeah.
We hit on Ball State against Bellarmine. Didn't bet that. We hit on you. Did you bet UTA? I know I didn't, but I think you might have, right?
I did. They ate shit.
Yeah.
They were up like 19-3. And they didn't cover. Fucking pussies.
Yeah. Shout out to Leaky in the chat. Colby, your breakdown was on point. Hit the under on this. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So I bet Northwestern State this morning. I know last night I didn't.
I bet
this morning I did, and I was get this. I was getting 17 fucking points.
Oh,
of course they lost by 18. Unbelievable. Bad pick. Nice play lock battle for you there.
That
was a hidden lock battle. I mean,
we had a chance to middle it. I mean, I had 14. You had 17. We almost middled that right off the get go, right there.
Yeah. Shout out to T Hustle. I finally caught y'all live. I want to know why the fuck Noah would be coming in and out of the stream like that. Well, here's the thing. Noah was our producer, and he started being on the microphone all the time, right? For the whole month of November. I thought it was going to continue this throughout the whole season. But then Michigan State started to look fantastic. Yeah. And I think he was like, you know what, guys, I'm better behind the boards. And also, you know what? I tried to tell him, don't let the smoke get to him, because part of just being out there, whether it's whatever you do in life, right? If you're going to be out there where other people can view you, you're going to get shit on. And you have some people in the chat / the YouTube comments that have been shitting on Bieniek. And I told him, dude, don't let this fucking shit get to you. All right? They're just fucking idiots. They're still watching. You won already. You won because they watched. But for whatever reason, after November, he said, I'm out of here on the microphone. He blamed it on 2-hour shows because the show will be shorter. Yeah, right. It's like I've made it a point to go longer ever since then. Yeah. But for whatever reason, he wants to be back to producer Noah behind the scenes, creeping around. He's just leaving those comments. I don't even know where the fuck. I look at the people in this. It's just me and Mac that are in this YouTube, like this StreamYard platform right now. So that means he's weaseling his way. He's always in the weeds watching like a little fucking snake. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just told him, though, you got to say, hey, fuck you. All right? It's a valuable lesson to all the people. You just got to say fuck you. You know what I mean? And just say, hey, let's carry on. Fuck you.
Maybe he's at Diddy's parties.
Maybe that's why. Just like LeBron, he happened to he took a leave of absence right at the right fucking time. Now that I think about it, maybe Bieniek's a victim. All right, and I'm doing the math on how old he would have been right then too, during the heat of those parties.
Oh man!
Now things are connecting. Things are really fucking connecting. Hey,
you like take a leave of absence from the show for 10 minutes.
Hey, you like Jeep Wranglers, huh? I got 10 of them by a beach. Come on. Oh God, where are we going here?
What are we doing? Oh, what a life!
Where are we going? I shit you not, though. Like he in December, he's like, guys, it's been my time. I've been on the microphone. All right, it's been my time. I'm gonna go behind the scenes. And I'm like, what? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? And he's like, yeah, behind the scenes, these 2-hour shows are killing me. And I go, that's crazy because we're getting closer. We're getting more downloads and more viewers. But he's like, these 2-hour shows are killing me. I read the comments. They're talking shit about me. One guy made fun of my hair. Right? And I said, well, yeah, fuck them. All right, you got to say, hey, fuck you, buddy.
That's what I've been
saying. I don't know. Man. You got to learn by experience. And right now, it's got to him. He's saying his computer doesn't work. That's the oldest trick in the fucking book. How many times he told me, dude, my computer's not working. My fucking computer.
My computer stopped working last year. That shit was bad.
Yeah. Can't do the show. Computer's not working. Right? And now he's fucking behind the scenes. And I know he's watching this right now. And
I know
it bothers me. He's not in the fucking StreamYard. You can do that on your app, you piece of shit. Right? You can do that on the app, but instead he's behind the scenes. Yes. Yeah, he's like he's like the fucking feds, man. He's watching. Come on, dude. You gotta just say, hey, fuck the people that talk shit about me.
Come on,
fuck
get
them,
in here.
All right?
Get in here.
Yeah.
Get in here.
Anyway. Where are we at? Cal with a nice win. Cal with a nice win.
Is it? Yeah. Oh, hello.
Woo, coming in hot. Speaking of computer problems,
That fucking bitch with the S word got me again.
Oh, yeah.
SIRI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Fucking
Noah's attacking us. The machines are listening. UCLA 57.
SIRI.
UCLA 57, Arizona 54. How the hell we lose this game? I did not think this was going to be. We basically just got a Virginia, Wisconsin game on the West. How did this happen? Both teams are fucking awful. Arizona was 2 of 16 from 3. UCLA 4 of 21 from 3.
I hate it.
I understand it. I understand it when NBA fans say that, I don't know how they like the NBA, but they say, the college game, it sucks. And then like a game like this happens when they were 6 of 37 from 3. 6 of 37. I happen to love a game like that personally, but dude, UCLA, I mean, this sucked. I had money on Arizona.
Dude,
your thoughts on this one?
As a sorry, coughing up here. As a Big 12 member, can I send Arizona back? They suck.
Well,
can I?
Well, no, yeah. Ray, man, calm.
But they're counting down 7-6-5.
As a Big 12 member, is Arizona the worst addition? Utah might be better. Colorado might be better. Arizona State is better. Dude, fuck
I'll tell you
Arizona.
this, that Colorado win against UConn's looking better and better.
I know. Colorado might
Right?
fucking win a national championship.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, Tad.
Everybody's like, yeah, you're adding a blue blood Arizona. I'm like, they suck.
Yeah. Tommy
They're 4
Lloyd.
and 5?
Tommy Lloyd. He should be selling insurance somewhere. Kansas. Of course they cover against the Pussy Pack. Let's go.
We almost did.
They got it done. Shout out to Rob. I missed it. Where is that? I didn't see it. Can you? The chat moves along fast, and if I'm doing all this other shit, sometimes I miss. Sometimes I miss people.
I mean, what's this guy? What's a dono? I don't know what a dono is. DM? You're talking to two retards here. I mean, come on.
True, dono.
Simplify.
I honestly, I don't know what dono is. But yeah. Oh, donation.
Oh.
Okay. Woo. Wait,
Like
I don't
said,
have any of those. Noah's not here. He hits like a button and brings them all back. Can you rephrase the question? Let's we're in
hold
court.
on. Here we go.
And you're
It's,
Rob
Eric.
and yeah.
Here we go. I'm hammered in Broadway. I want to know why I'm
In
mad,
Nashville.
please.
Ooh. So I'm going to read it for the audio people. I'm hammered on Broadway in Nashville. I want to know why Mac hates / doesn't believe in my cats. We just want the legend's approval. And fuck you, Louisville. You're always little brother.
I mean,
well, yeah. It's,
I thought Kentucky would win. I thought Kentucky would win today. But I also like to jab at you Kentucky fans because you guys let it get under your skin. So I was on Louisville, and we'll get to that game in a minute. But yeah, I actually love Big Blue Nation. I think they're great. I think they're fantastic for the sport and I like Mark Pope. I mean, he was at BYU last year, and I'm pulling for him actually more than Calipari. I can tell you that.
It would be a great year if they won the national championship in year one without Calipari. It would be fucking hilarious.
I can talk myself into Kentucky winning the national championship. Now all of a sudden, Big Blue Nation is going to be donating to me. Dono, as he said.
Yeah, Dono.
Give me
I'm
that
starting to
dono,
understand.
Everybody.
Let's go, Rob. What was your question? I'm bad at this. That's why Noah's good at he'll put all this shit there.
Yeah, we're two retards.
When you honestly look, yeah, I've always been terrible at everything in life. But when you're hosting the show and then you look at the comments, it's like and then you got the slideshow coming, you got the ad reads, you got to pay attention to. I'm not saying we have some crazy job or anything. I'm just saying that the comments come last. I mean, No, in this day and age, they'll make it seem like what they say. What they say when what's his name retired to go be a part of the Bonnies? Adam Schefter made it sound like the guy went to fucking Vietnam, right? He was like,
Woj, Woj.
Yeah, Woj retires, and he's like, he wanted to be with his family. He was tired of the grind. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Everyone wants this job. Everybody, like, what? He's tired of his cell phone ringing throughout the night because he gets hit with news that makes him a fucking millionaire? Fucking dude, Adam Schefter is the fucking worst. He makes everything so fucking over the top. He wanted his life back. Fuck you. Your job is not hard. Hey, Schefter, your job is not hard. It is not fucking hard. All right? You act like you're like you guys are doing some fucking huge important job. Oh, so what? The New England Patriots insider tipped you to the fact they're trading their fucking third-round draft pick? Fuck you, dude. You were so fucking out of touch with the goddamn reality of normal people working jobs. This guy, he's the fucking like that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Anyway,
not even close when during the COVID year when he goes, we should cancel the NFL draft because people are dying. I go, what the fuck are you talking about,
dude? He is the like
I'm gonna punch you.
Look, a lot of people, a lot of personalities on TV. I sit there and I'm like, how the fuck do they have a job? But Schefter, oh my god, I need like a fucking shot of whiskey just to get through the goddamn. It's like he wanted his life back. He was tired of the late nights, the phone call. It's like, what? You act like this guy's writing fucking. You act like he's, sitting there like
whiskey and man up.
What is he, a spy? Is he breaking down another language? Is there some type of shit? Like, what are you talking about? Good God.
Fucking Russian collusion. What's going on here?
Yeah. Unbelievable. Wait, so this is what Rob said. Noah's good on the mic. He's the perfect counter to comic relief for Colby's unhinged rants and videos. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Appreciate the donation. And hey, I want Noah on the mic. I told him to. So
we'll relay the message. Yeah. He's banging Sally right now, so we don't know where he's at.
It's true.
Sally,
right? And apparently he's still he's still playing the YouTube video while having intercourse.
No, what are you doing over there?
Noah, don't wear the condom. Don't wear the condom.
Don't rub her up.
The feel is different. Anyway,
whatever East Lansing.
I lost money. Lock battle win for you on LSU and SMU.
Fucking LSU.
I mean, I removed the lock, but I'll be honest, I bet it again this morning. But I bet it again this morning. Yeah, it was still a battle. Still counts as a battle. Nice win there.
What can we talk about?
LSU and SMU. These Saturday night shows are there's a reason why I missed these ones. I was doing the football ones, but I know they're just you got games in like 6 hours. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch a second of this game, so I can't talk about it. But I also we did lose a lock battle to Bieniek. His Florida Gators whooped Arizona State's ass. My apologies. Walter Clayton had a huge game, 25 points. He's a baller. But dude,
Bieniek's not here. Florida's good. They're fucking good.
Yeah. The whole SEC is amazing. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah,
the whole SEC is incredible.
I'm not going to say it in the microphone so nobody can clip me, but fuck the SEC. They're fucking rolling right now.
Dude, the whole SEC, they've become SEC basketball or SEC football is now SEC basketball, and football resembles the Big 12 or something. You know what I mean? Like it's like night in, night out. You can lose to any fucking team. Vanderbilt beating Alabama. I mean, this is impressive. That was an ass whooping right there. My Arizona State. I was ready for Arizona State to win that one. I thought Noah wasn't going to be on the show because of that. But yeah, folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience. It's brought to you by SGPN. Download the SGPN app; it's completely free, and you have easy access to all of our shows and all of our picks. It's free wherever you get your app. So grab that thing, Just type in SGPN in the search window and hit download and let it ride. Let's go. All right, we're back. Florida International, 81, Stetson, 72. No bet. Valpo, you bet this one. Valpo by 16 against CMU. I didn't bet this. Nice play. Yes. Start your football program. Who are we doing that to?
Whoever.
Who the fuck are we doing that to? I'm like, wait a second. Stetson does have a football program. FIU has a football program. Shout out to my guy Ike, though. By the way, we just cashed on Hawaii, 71-62. We'll get to that one in a second. But
it's always nice to win the last one.
Yeah. Nice play on Valpo. We double locked Marshall as they took down Ohio. Marshall at home is a fucking wagon. They're a wagon. 79-70 against Ohio. Also, Ole Miss beat Southern Miss by 1,000.
Thank God we did not blindly go little brother. What the fuck?
Wagner, the vacuum company, held NJIT to 43 points. Impressive. Arkansas blew out Central Arkansas. Didn't bet any of these games. You bet Utah State, and I believe you hit. They won by 21 against South Florida. I picked Utah State. Yeah. Dude, what the fuck? Utah State's incredible. Dude. Their athletic department just coach proof.
My guy Calhoun's going to get a fucking high major job here in 2 years.
Oh yeah, we still got to go to Logan.
I know.
He invited us to Logan.
I know. We got to get over there to Logan and have some cocktails in his basement because you can't drink there. But yeah, we love Utah State, man.
When's Utah going to get past this thing? I mean, come on. I love Utah. It's a absolutely beautiful state. But how the fuck do you have these things?
I'm going to be in Salt Lake City here in actually 2 weeks at Park Valley.
Park City, right? Okay.
Park City. What is it? Park Valley.
Who is that? Is that Bob Redford over there? Is that Rob Redford? What's going on over there, huh?
My old man's got a place in Park City. I'll be there in 2 weeks.
There you go.
Tearing up the slopes, baby.
Dude, Utah's a beautiful fucking state. I just don't understand. You go into certain places.
Yep.
And I mean, can you is there still completely dry counties in Utah?
Yeah, Logan.
Really? It is?
Yeah, Logan.
I'm sure that I've been there. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Logan and Provo are, although I've received multiple DMs from BYU and Utah State people that they find a way. You just gotta be discreet. I could live in Utah.
It's a fucking gorgeous state. I would say it's one of the most beautiful states the country has to offer.
Top 5 state in America.
As far as natural beauty, I am with you.
Yeah.
Natural beauty. Now, I couldn't live in a place that's a fucking dry county or having, your beer at some crazy low percentage. But it is a beautiful state.
Yeah.
Ike B says, are Mormons cool? My theory is this, man.
I love
everybody's
Mormons.
Cool. Everybody is, from my travels on this planet, there's good and bad with every fucking race, religion, whatever. It's good and bad from my experience. And that includes fucking Scientology. Well, I never got that close to it, but I'm just saying I know a couple people that are Scientologists that are cool. Isaac Hayes was a fucking Scientologist, which still baffles my fucking mind. Isaac Hayes, the coolest dude ever. Anyway, yeah. Shout out to Tom Cruise. Rob Donaldson, he's still mimicking Tom Cruise. He jumps up on the couch and dances around like he's on fucking Oprah all the time at his house, from what I understand. We double locked LaSalle. We ate shit here. Fran Dumfrey. Didn't realize that Michael Jordan and Lawrence Taylor were going to be at the fucking game to introduce Bill Belichick. Woo! Woo!
I mean, that is a cute hire. It's almost as good as Rich Rod, but I mean, I'm buying into Carolina.
I mean,
We still whip their
Carolina
ass in
being
football
good
right now.
right now.
Oh.
That's an intriguing one. Like 3 years from now, who will be better? I think, like, I would say Rich
We're gonna
Rod,
win
just
the
because I
national
know he.
championship.
But at the same time, like, to me, like, the ultimate wild card is Carolina. The way they're spending money right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
The old
they're
good
a
old
wild
boys
card.
don't like it. The old good old boys don't like it
Yeah.
in the SEC.
Yeah.
They do not like the
Oh.
spending that's going on right now in some of these hires. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it is great. It really is. Pepperdine, my waves were crashing as they beat NAU. Take that, Bieniek. Your little lumberjacks couldn't get it done, just like your computer tonight. All right. Yeah, Santa Clara took down Bradley. I think you picked that correctly. I didn't bet that. Did you bet that?
Yeah, I bet Santa Clara. They rolled. They fucking killed them. Wasn't even close.
Yeah. Florida State covered against Tulane. Yes, Justice Perfect. I'm sorry. I'm really letting the good people down. The good people down.
Now we got a problem.
The Salukis of Southern Illinois did cover against Austin Peay. Did you bet this? You bet this, didn't you?
I bet the Salukis. I was rolling here.
Nice play. We had a double lock on the Bonnies.
Oh,
This
Bonnie.
Providence bullshit out of here. 74-70. The Bonnies get it done.
Providence sucks.
They do suck.
Kim English
They
sucks.
do suck. Yeah.
Not a fan.
I mean, he had a great. I'm going to give him he had a good first year. So I know they didn't make the tournament, but they were better than what I thought they would be. So I think he's okay. Like I questioned the hire when it happened, but he impressed me year one. Year two, it's back to what I kind of thought. We had people in the chat talking shit to me about Washington State. Shout out to whoever that was. They covered the 11 and won by 13. I have nothing against. I love Washington State. I like my they're like my favorite school. Well, with the exception to the Rolovich shit. You little bastards. But
fucking pussies.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. But I don't even think that was them. I think it was the state. I think they had to comply by the state, right?
Yeah.
Mel, shout out to Mel. Wazoo, I love Wazoo. They were like I said, I told the story the other night. Like Leach and Wazoo were the first to open the door to us, fly us up there. It was awesome. There forever. And I grew up a Wazoo fan just by sheer luck. And yeah. I'm a big fan of that. I didn't fade them. I just thought that there was too many points. It's only too many. I thought it was too many points. Now here's one thing I did learn about tonight is the stinky games. Like I said, Wilmington and Howard was one, and I laid off that one, and sure enough, Howard wins. Irvine and Oregon State was one I said last night. I pinpointed this. This is one, yeah. I mean, lock battle win for you. I pinpointed this game. Dana, what are you talking about? Long Island covered. What are you talking about? Anyway, what did you think of this game? Did you get eyes on this?
I did. Dude, Oregon State's not bad. What are they, 8-2?
And they blew like an 18-point lead against Oregon in one of those
Yeah,
losses.
dude. Like, I'm actually starting to think Oregon State in the WCC might be a player. We'll get to fucking Gonzaga here in a minute. Oregon State might be in the hunt. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. We should have bet North Florida. They won 89-77 against Greensboro. Why did we not bet this? We knew this one. We knew this one.
I know it.
Jacksonville State gets the best of Utah Valley. We were both correct on this. And then I locked up Bethune-Cookman, and damn right they covered against your Mountaineers. Shout out to my Wildcats.
I mean, I picked Bethune. You know, your theory of when you're rolling in football, I mean, we're going to win the national championship of football next year, so we're not going to cover a basketball spread. 25 points. I mean,
guess what? Florida football sucked. The Florida basketball team's looking fire. I mean, Auburn. Have you caught Auburn? Did you see Auburn's football team this year? They're fucking horrible.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to.
Basketball might struggle here. I mean, Rich Rod's whining and dining at the local spots now, like old times. Might go on a little streak here, losing streak.
I told you, I have this figured out. All right, people think I'm a fucking idiot, and rightfully so. But an idiot can be right. You know what I mean?
It makes sense. It makes sense. I agree with it.
Alfred Einstein was called an idiot before. Isn't it Albert Einstein? Anyway, Alfred Einstein.
Yeah. Same shit.
We got people talking shit about us, but we covered with Louisville. They covered the number. That's what great teams do. Pat Kelsey and the Cards cover the 10.5. They only lose by 8.
Kentucky never covered. Kentucky never covered. Yeah. So anybody that wants to say Kentucky should have covered, get the fuck out of here. Good win for Kentucky. I mean, they win a rivalry game, Mark Pope, but the game played out exactly how we thought it would. 8-point win for Kentucky.
And then let me ask you something. This game, horrible execution in the final 2 minutes, really by both teams, but I'm curious what you got the number at. What did you get the number at for Illinois and Tennessee?
2.5.
Me too.
I got lucky.
I gotta be honest, because on the show we caught it at 1.5. So NC Nick calls
2.5 after the show.
Yeah, NC Nick calls me. No, but I had forgotten I got 2.5. Right? I thought mentally I had lost that game. I'm walking my dog. NC Nick calls me and says, "What did you catch that game?" I go, "Of course I did." Right? What a nice, I mean, it was a crazy final 2 minutes, but terrible defense, classic European defense on gaining for the game winner. But he's like, "Yeah, man, but at least we covered." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then I check my account and I'm like, "Oh shit, I got 2.5." This was a very lucky, because I remember calling it at 1.5 on the show last night. And we got 2.5. Yeah. I mean, we got bailed out here. And although Illinois really shit the bed the final couple minutes, I feel like Illinois was up a lot of this game.
Yeah.
What the hell? Can somebody call a timeout and set up an offensive set? The final 2 minutes of this game was fucking painful, just from a basketball fan point of view. It was like no one wanted to win the game. It was just like, oh my God, somebody organize the fucking court. Just like, is there any structure to this fucking game? What a win for the SEC. I thought for sure, I'll be honest, I thought they're going to lose by probably 10, 8, something like that. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Shout out to Tennessee. Rick
Barnes,
I mean, regular season Rick.
Yeah, I know Brad Underwood, and they, for whatever reason, they've bought overly into analytics, and I don't know if the analytics didn't say call timeout there, but I felt like they could have called timeout, get organized, and they don't defend the way that they used to.
Dude, I remember it.
But I like Brad. I like Brad. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great coach. Did a great job at Stephen F. Austin. I know the guy. But I felt like tonight they could have been better offensively down the stretch.
The defense on the game winner. You got to get up on them earlier.
Non-existent.
Yeah, earlier, he dribbled up the whole goddamn court. You know what I mean? Or I just thought that was a very lazy defensive performance, specifically on that play. You know what I mean? You got to get after them. The clock is on your side. They have to get it. I don't know. I just thought crushing. Great to see this, though. Watching this game, shout out to the chat. They were talking about this game. It was fantastic. Shout out to Bobby Organ. And on campus, it sells so good.
Yeah,
Sports
so
sells so good on campus. I can't help but think about Texas A&M had they played at Purdue, had Wisconsin played at Hinkle. The sport sells when you put it on fucking campus. That's why we signed up in the first place. Same with McNeese, Mississippi State, which we're going to talk about. We cover this. Neutral site game. McNeese almost won it outright, but they couldn't get a fucking defensive rebound. And Mississippi State, well, I shouldn't say they almost won it, but they could have been an opportunity to win it outright. My boy Chris Jans, who just continues to fly under the radar. Fly under the radar. Although tonight, they didn't look great. But nice cover.
Wade, baby, cover. Wade,
your
cover.
Thoughts on this game?
Easy. Yeah, I mean, Mississippi State struggled to get away from them. Mississippi State, I mean, McNeese should have won the game or should have had a chance to win the game. The game was one possession the whole way.
They couldn't get a defensive rebound, man. They couldn't get a defensive fucking rebound. Yeah, great cover, though. Duquesne put it on Towson. We picked that correctly, even though we didn't bet it. Circle of Trust. I was winning a bunch of money, especially after the Navy money line hit. And, the Travis Hunter thing hadn't hit yet. But the Navy money line had hit, and I was I'm going to bet a bunch more games. I took Georgia minus 6.5, and, of course, they only win by 5 against Grand Canyon.
Fucking choked.
Fucking bastards. Belmont put it on Richmond by 7. Didn't bet that game. Niagara Falls beat St. Francis. Did not cover because they were laying 3.5. And then, of course, this game, we got to talk about this one. Bieniek texted us. Santa Barbara is such a bad team. He's a hater on Santa Barbara, by the way.
Yeah, that fucking
he's a true hater. Yeah, he did drink us.
He
sends us a text saying Santa Barbara's the worst fucking team.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at it. I honestly wasn't even watching the game at the time. I was watching the other shit going on, but then I look and I'm like, oh yeah, we're up 31-27 at halftime. Of course we are. We're sharp.
Getting 13.5.
Yeah, and then Santa Barbara scores 56 in the second, outscoring them by 21 points, and they blow the fucking cover. Hey, Bieniek, the ultimate jinx.
Fuck you, Bieniek, and your girl Sally. Fuck you.
He's had this hatred for Santa Barbara. Look, Santa Barbara, that's just their style of play normally.
Yeah,
like I've been to games there, and I can tell you this: I feel like I follow the program closer than Bieniek. They even their best years when they beat or when they lost to Kansas by 1 in the NCAA tournament, right? They were running the Big West, but they're not good enough to win by like 17, 18. They would win by like 6, 8. Anytime you catch a double-digit spread with them, traditionally, it didn't happen here. Yeah, it didn't happen here. So when you text me saying they're trash, I disagree with you. I think they're a good team. It's just that's who they are. That's who they are.
Honestly, he really pissed me off when he texted that, and then Green Bay didn't cover. Yeah. And I wanted to text him, "Fuck you, Bieniek, you fucking jinx. Hope you and Sally are having a nice fucking time right now."
I knew. You know what I noticed? So Bieniek's the type of guy that like stays up till 7 in the morning normally, right? For the 3 years I've known Bieniek, For the 3 years I've known Bieniek, he's been telling me we can rock as late as you want. The later, the better. And then recently, he's tried to push me into starting earlier. He's like, "Dude, start at 11." I'm like, "Dude, well, fuck off, dude. I'm doing football, right?" He's like, "Start at 11. I need you to start at 11." And then one of my favorite things is the chat needs you at 11. I'm like, "No, dude, I've been doing the show 7 fucking years. You know what I mean? What are you really trying to tell me? Oh, pussy is on the mind, right?
Him and old Sally, 69.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you never cared about the chat like that, unless
they're
unless
reminiscing on how Michigan
The only
ran
thing
that
on
ball
my
right.
mind, dude, was pussy.
They're reminiscent on how Michigan ran that ball right down Ohio State's throat.
Hey, chat, he tried to blame you. He tried to blame you of like, they depend on you at 11 o'clock. Hey, Dundee, they depend on you. And I go, what are you talking about, dude? I used to do this show at fucking 6 in the morning every day. You know what I mean? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I'm like, it took me a little bit to read through his bullshit. It took me a little bit, and I was like, because I could sense his temper in the text message of like, we could go earlier. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You stay up till 6 in the morning every night. Remember, he's like, oh, this game's on too early for me. It's a noon game. I'm like, what the fuck world are you living in, dude? Right? And then I started to understand it. I'm like, okay, I understand.
The only thing on my mind, Gene, was pussy.
Old Sally. Sally's got a book right now.
Thanks, Sally. All right.
What do you think they're free? Oh man,
you got to read through it. You got to decipher right now. Sky. No, you can just talk to me as a human being.
Think they're playing Twister
I'm twice your fucking age. I'm twice your age, buddy. All right. I understand. All right. I understand. You can just be honest. You can be honest. You just say, dude, I'm trying to get ass. Can we go earlier? And actually, your chances of the show actually going earlier, much better if you're just straight honest. If you say, dude, I'm trying to go to her house. Her parents are out of town. Right? I'm trying to discover some shit. Right? I'd be like, dude, when do you want to go live? I'll go live in the middle of the fucking Super Bowl or whatever, the middle of the most important game. Anything to help you. But instead, you're fucking in disguise over here. The chat wants you. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the chat. All right? I was like, I don't give a fuck. What are you talking about? Anyway.
Him and Connor Stallion's fucking working on that fucking missionary.
Even my guy Daniel Katie's like, all right, man, give the kid a break. You're coming in a little harsh, Dundee. What do you mean? I just want him to be honest with me. You're going to get ass. Get ass. Just tell me. It'll help all of us. Circle of Trust. I thought about locking this last night. I did bet Fresno State minus the points against Steve Labs. San Diego's fucking horrible. Fresno State 73, San Diego 65. Let's go. Let's go.
They should quit their basketball program. That's a bad team. That is a bad team. That is a bad team.
They are bad. They are bad. Andrew in the chat says, fuck the sponsors and the viewers. Yeah, you know. We didn't get... See, what you don't realize, Andrew, is for years we had neither. And I was doing this. All right? And look at us now, right?
Yeah.
What do we got next? Oh, block battle win for Dundee. Dayton 71. Marquette 63. Get this Golden Eagle bullshit out of here. You come to UD Arena. You're going to take your loss. I don't care how many points you're up in the first half. Shout out to the Flyers.
First half, they led the whole game. What a choke job.
Dayton doesn't need the first half. They don't need the first half. All right? They don't need the first half.
We got fucking screwed on this game.
You don't just walk into the UD Arena trouncing around like you're some golden fucking eagle. You know what I mean? Yeah, Flyers, look, plenty of times the Flyers put those propellers up in the air and they fucking go through those birds like they're nothing, you know? This game was awesome to watch.
Where's your analytics on time of in the lead? Because Marquette had the lead for 35 minutes.
It's true.
Great.
But UD Arena.
Good win for Dayton. Like,
but
in all honesty.
UD Arena is that place, man. That's a fucking hard place to win, man. That moment. I've been to games there, and I can tell you that energy is unique. It is not like your traditional college basketball stadium. So, yeah, I mean, we can break down. How about 15 offensive rebounds to 9? All right, they both I mean, actually, Marquette shot better from 3 and from the free throw line.
Marquette was better. Just chalk it up to the arena one.
No, that's part of that's literally the entire handicap. If they played this game anywhere else, I was going to take Marquette. 46 points in the paint. 46 points in the paint to 26. You're living and dying by this jump shot bullshit. You got to get in the paint. You got to rub paint. Get that dub.
Good. Hey, honestly though, I bet Marquette, but I like Dayton. I like their fans. So like I wasn't totally pissed off. Like I lost money. I thought I had a nice handicap, but good win, Dayton. Good win, Dayton. That place was on fire. I mean, my God. Whew, buddy. Those fans are great.
That's what I'm saying. They're college basketball done right. Basketball done right. More of that, and put that shit nationally televised. I know tonight it was, but anyway, what else do we got? Oh, we lost money on Albany. Great Danes, my ass. All right, fucking lame ass Danes. Drexel Dragons huffing and puffing, burning down the whole goddamn doghouse. Bad pick.
Yep.
Utah did cover, I think, against Radford. Wasn't it 17.5?
It was close. Yeah. Whatever number you got. I didn't bet it. No.
Yeah, I didn't bet it either. Liberty did not cover against A&T. Go figure. Go figure that the game you told me. Are you finally on board on fading A&T? Oh, guess what? They cover. I didn't bet this, but I'm still frustrated. With this one.
You're so horrible, though. Would they lose by 16?
Yeah. And my night, like I was having an incredible day.
Yeah.
My college basketball night hit a rough patch right around here. But at the same time, this is when Travis Hunter won the Heisman, so I'm in a very good mood. Mount St. Mary's lost to Loyola Maryland, the Greyhounds, by 8. I bet Mount St. Mary's. I felt good about Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah.
And these Greyhounds, these fucking Greyhounds, these pesky Greyhounds, rivalry game. I should have known the rivalry angle here. My fault.
I told you the coaches are like best friends.
I know. And
last night I had them both on the tour. Like they were talking about how much they like each other.
And that you know what that means?
Because I understand how the bastard thinks. I taught him. Now I owe him one.
They know each other too well.
My fail here. Another fail, and I actually Noah's lucky he's not here because I'm going to give him a ton of shit. He's like, you know what, Detroit's they're fine. They're not without their big guys. Detroit got fucking pummeled. Lock battle win for Mac, and I'm going to blame this one on Noah. Noah made it sound like they had, because remember early on I was like, oh yeah, we got to fade them. I was like, I broke the news that they got 3 starters out.
Yeah,
and Noah's like, no, they're actually not that bad players.
Yeah,
Noah. I expect
Harbaugh was playing power forward for Detroit tonight. Davidson killed them.
Noah, for that one, you better eat her ass tonight. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right, you better eat her ass.
Better lick old Sally's rib.
Use the shower. VCU, Colorado State. That's my I came into that thinking that Detroit's the wrong play. Bieniek sprinkles this. All right. Use the shower, buddy. All right.
What a bastard.
He did sprinkle that
Detroit last
night. Andrew said save the water. That's true. It's in Michigan. Maybe you don't use the shower. You know what? Vodka, Bieniek. Vodka cleans fucking everything. All right. You saw Jason Bourne doing the movie, I'm sure. All right. Fucking do it. Just take a whole bottle of Aristocrat vodka and sprinkle it on her asshole. She's going to wonder what's going on, but just say, hey.
Oh, what a show.
Anyway, he's never coming back. He's quitting. He's suing me. But he's suing me. There's no way. All right. Punitive damages. But dude, I wanted to bet this game. With you, but you didn't go along.
What game?
I wanted
I'm
to bet
right now.
I wanted VCU minus the points, but you kept buying into this Colorado State bullshit. You kept buying into that bullshit, and yeah. VCU wins by 8. We would have covered. We would have hit, but we didn't. All I needed was a nudge.
Yeah,
All I needed was a nudge.
Oh, let me wipe off the tears real quick. Yeah, I always fade VCU away from the Seagull. God damn. Bieniek, I hope it's a nice night you're having.
Yeah. It's the best part about alcohol. It cleanses. You know what I mean? Don't use that Michigan water. That's I did get a 1-star stop making jokes about the Michigan water. It's not funny. Hey, well, come on, dude. Fuck off. You know what I mean? I know it's not funny. What's funny is you voted for those fucking politicians that were doing that and fucking you over nonstop. All right.
I've been saying that for 3 years.
Obviously, yes. Obviously, it's not funny, but everything is funny when you really look at it. When you really look at it, like politician was on the take. He knew the fucking water was horrible, and he gave. Was it he or she? It might have been a she. They knew. If you can't find humor in that, despite it being fucking terrible, it's on you, I think.
If you're offended, DM me. We'll get Whitmer out of there.
No,
together.
I mean, this show, you gotta be able to laugh in life. Is it absolutely terrible? Yes. I think we've made that point clear.
Yeah.
Apparently not. But is it still fucking hilarious that Bieniek's got a cough since he's been working with us? 1,000%. Both can be accurate. Anyway.
Who do you think wins? Me versus Gretchen Whitmer right now? I think I'd whip her ass. I would. I know how to relate to the people of Michigan. We need clean water. We need the Wolverines running the football between the tackles.
I honestly think like most human beings would be like, most decent human beings would be like, wait, what's this?
Yeah.
No. We got to get clean water. Just
I would definitely win governor of Michigan.
I try to play like put yourself in those shoes, and I'm like, I imagine someone probably sugarcoated it a little bit and said, "Hey, well, the water's not the best." And I think my first question would be like, "What do you mean it's not the best? Explain yourself." Well, it's absolutely terrible for people. What do you mean? We can't have this. We need to stop this. In fact, you're fired. You know what I mean? Like I feel. Call me crazy. But I'm just an idiot who's drinking and picking college basketball and football games every night. Mac, lock battle loss. Me and Bieniek. I think he locked it. He might have not locked it. I locked it. I bet it. Oklahoma 80. Get this Oklahoma State bullshit out of here. 65. If you played this in Stillwater, you might have had a shot. Porter Moser is the man, and he's back.
This game hurt my heart.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I wanted Oklahoma State to win. Me and Troy were texting earlier. Oklahoma State couldn't throw it in the ocean the entire night. God, they were bad. Bad play. Fuck Oklahoma. They'll choke in SEC play like they always do.
Yeah. I think this Oklahoma team is pretty good, though. Pretty good.
Play some football.
I just think,
Big 12 football is better than the SEC football. So,
ooh, shots fired.
Especially with the old
Shots
Rich
fired.
Rob neck, baby.
Chris tells me it's nice knowing you, Colby.
Good knowing
are you
too.
I don't know who you are, bro, but I appreciate you. Anyway, UConn 77, Gonzaga 71. Ain't shit here. Double lock. We're still recapping. We're 2 hours in. This is unbelievable. You see, without Bieniek, we have no structure.
Fuck Bieniek.
Dude, this game was actually an awesome watch. I felt like the Garden crowd was great. Yeah,
I lost on the. They weren't going to let us win.
I thought there was a couple calls that could have gone to Zags' favor. I don't know if they still win and cover, but a couple calls that were a little questionable.
They weren't going to let us win.
The guy down low got fouled. What's my name? What's my guy's name? Got fouled down
PK.
low. Yeah, he got fouled down low. I thought, even though he was a little bitch complaining to the ref afterwards.
Fuck, Hurley complains every goddamn play, and they get every fucking call. They should have played the game in stores with the way that game was officiated. That was a joke tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
UConn. It was a good game though. It was a fun game to watch. Like it felt like the old Big East games. Like
I respect UConn, but they do get a favorable whistle, and they won't admit it.
Well, apparently not. Danny Hurley's like, we won back-to-back national championship. I thought we were supposed to get the whistle.
Dude. They got every hand check foul. It was ridiculous tonight. I'm like, no, we're not winning this Gonzaga bet. They're not going to let us win this Gonzaga bet.
Eastern Kentucky put it on EIU. You picked that correctly. I did not, but we didn't bet that. We should have bet UMKC. We almost did. They win by 8 against Bowling Green. And then we both ate shit with Alabama, minus the 11.5 against Michael Crichton.
Dude, fuck Alabama, man.
Yeah. This one I feel like I was on the Sports Grid today talking about this. I feel like all the money was on Bama, though. Everyone I talked to was on Bama. It's like, damn it. Yeah. You start talking to the producers behind the scene. They're like, yeah, I'm on Bama. And I was like, really? I'm saying that to protect my bet. You ever protect your bet? You got to protect your bet. What do you mean? But we did hit on Boise money line. Boise 67, St. Mary's 65. Got it done.
We need to have a conversation. We couldn't even access this game.
Yeah, what the hell was this, by the way?
Like what? Like
I got several DMs about this. Do you have a link to the Boise game?
Yeah,
I have God's Eye, and I still can't get
it. Shout out to Rob Donaldson gave me the link to this game. But like, at some point, man, why is this game not on a Friday night at 8 o'clock on FS1? Like, what are we doing?
It's a big game.
Boise.
What network was it on? That link, did that link give like any indication? I know that you're seeing it on a scrambled link, but I'm saying like when the broadcasters are announcing, what was the feed essentially?
Shit.
Like local Idaho or something?
Slapdick U. I don't know. That shit was awful. You barely could see the game. I mean, Dejan Hart made 2 free throws that forced overtime, and they had the overhead in the corner. And I'm like, did he make it? What happened? I mean, dude, this is Boise versus fucking St. Mary's. This isn't Coppin State versus Mississippi Valley.
How the hell does TNT not buy this game? I don't understand it. You're playing fucking Jaws 4 again. What's going on? I know we're both idiots, but we're also like we're both like spot on accurate on a lot of shit.
Common sense.
Yeah. And common sense was I knew Loyola Marymount was gonna phone this one in. How great was my handicap? I don't think anybody else in the fucking country was giving you a handicap of why we should bet Prairie View. And I said, I've been to like fucking 40 games at Loyola Marymount. Let me tell you, I know this team. Some new players there, but I know the team and the coaching staff. And I can tell you, they phone in these games. Whether it's Morgan State, whether it's Grambling, whether it's North Dakota, they phone in these games. They get up for Gonzaga. They get up for, the occasional UNLV or something. What do you got over there? You watching a fucking movie? What's going on over there?
No, fucking Dion. Somebody sent me a message. Dion popped up on my phone. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Sorry. That was Coach Brian.
It's okay. I understand we're 2 hours and 10 minutes in. But I thought I nailed this like pretty damn accurately. I really think like were kind of undervalued based on this handicap. Like this, by the way, Loyola Marymount needed a crazy buzzer beater. This game was fucking hilarious by Will Johnson to win this game. I posted this at TCE on SGPN on Twitter. Mac, you bet this with me. I assume last night you said you were. Did you?
I did. Yeah, I did. I mean, dude, Loyola's lucky to get out of there alive. Prairie View all day, easy cover.
Yeah. BYU put it on Wyoming and Salt Lake City. I think they covered that. This was the worst beat of the night for basketball. We had Cal Poly. I had Cal Poly on the money line. I also had Cal Poly plus, I think it was 5.5 or 6.
I hate this team.
Oh my fucking God.
It's one of those ones you just want to put your hat on backwards and go, what the fuck did I just encounter?
San Jose State 107, Cal Poly 100. Oh
Unreal.
my God. Cal Poly had a 4-point lead with what, a minute left? 5? Was it 5? I don't even remember.
Shit.
Tim Miles and San Jose are red hot.
Lead with like 30 seconds. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. It's like this was unfucking believable. Unbelievable.
God.
Nevada drills Texas Southern. Got that pick wrong, but didn't bet it.
Yeah.
I bet Sac State plus 7, but guess what? That pushed against UC Davis. That was my lone push of the night. And damn it, I picked Pacific, and I almost pulled the trigger. If you cowards would have just given me a little indication that you liked Pacific, I was going to pull the trigger.
Sucks.
Bieniek locked UNLV. I thought that was wild. And then, though, no, you bet on the
yeah,
on the
they
Rebs?
suck. They fucking suck. I watch that fucking pussy team.
And then, though, double lock Hawaii on the island. Wait, wrong song. All right, so you know what that means. That means 25 winning bets in college basketball, 17 losses, 25. This is ATS, and 1 push. But do not forget that I had Memphis money line, the Memphis Tigers money line, and who's my other money line? I had one other money line that hit. Who the fuck was it? It was someone. Stony Brook. That's who it was. We had a good night. Game balls. Where are you going?
Whew. Man, what a day. Game balls. Let's go with Memphis. Honestly, like Memphis deserves a game ball. Drop a bye game. Back against the wall. Good win, Memphis. At Clemson.
Yes, I'm gonna say Texas A&M. They started off the season looking very average to me, but let me just read this off to you. I was going through this on the pregame show. A&M's last 5 wins. Creighton, Rutgers, Wake Forest, Texas Tech, Purdue. Buzz Williams. Now, they were my preseason pick to win the SEC, which I don't think can happen with the way I see Auburn playing. But goddamn it, they look good. Even though they somehow only won by 4. I feel like they should have won by 20. Where's your second game ball?
Dayton. Even though they trailed for 35, 36 minutes, I mean, get that done. Top 10 win. Shout out to Anthony Grant and the Flyers.
Anthony Grant's an underrated coach. I like him a lot. And that game was fun. UD Arena is just great. Let's go to Rick Barnes in Tennessee. I know I'm going with these SEC schools, but man, I thought they were done. They go on the road to a real college environment and they get that dub. That's a big win, man. The SEC's with some big fucking wins. And I thought Illinois had them done. If you would have asked me at the 5-minute mark, I thought, we're good. I feel like Tennessee in a way stole that, but that's what great teams do when you go on the road in college basketball, which is the hardest place to do, not neutral site games. When you go to a true road game like this and you steal that win, whoo! Good win. Good win. Where are you going next?
We got to go to UConn, man. Like they're not very good, but they won't die. They will not die. They will not give in. Hurley has embraced the us against the world, off the Maui. Nobody believes in us. They're 3-0 since Maui, or 4-0. So UConn gets game ball over Gonzaga.
Yeah, I think that's fair. My final game ball. I contemplated giving Wes Miller one because the first win in that rivalry game, which does mean a lot. But I'm just angry at that game for the way it was covered. So instead, let's go to DePaul. I know it's just Wichita State. But damn it, DePaul should have beat Providence the other night. They let him off the hook. I think the whole team feels that way, if I had to guess. There's a real change in the culture there. They just put it on Wichita State, which is a respectable program. Before the past 10 years, you couldn't even sniff a respectable program. So give me a game ball for DePaul. I know it was out of the blue. Let's go. All right. Hey, guess what? We're finally picking games. And it starts right here. Wait, where's Bieniek? Oh, yeah. He's throwing Smirnoff on some girl's ass.
Say, come here.
There we go.
Yep.
That works.
That's the position.
Navy is heading to Blacksburg. They're catching 13.5 against Virginia Tech. Oh, man. Let me see. The last time they played, was it? Yeah, I think we should lay it too. Lay the 13.5. That's not a standalone, thank God, because I would not feel very comfortable with that. Next up, South Alabama's in Commerce, Texas. Take it on Texas A&M Commerce. They want to be called a different name. Fuck you. South Alabama's laying 7.5 against 1-9 Commerce.
I know.
No. Give me the points. Give me the points here.
Now this is a 11 a.m. tip time. Should we bet Commerce?
We should.
Dog.
The line doesn't make sense.
Commerce. Come on, let's go.
We're going to get the fortune cookie. All right. Give me some
11 a.m. brunch spot.
Get some orange chicken, some moo guy. You know what I mean? I think that's what it's called. Going out there. Let's go. Next up. This is one of the better games of the day. I find myself intrigued about this game. Temple, with those Bill Cosby eyes, they're coming into Hempstead, New York. Take on the Pride, the Flying Dutchman of Hofstra. Start your football program back up, you little bitches. Made the playoffs your final year, and you quit your football program. You got Sherbet, you got Maurice Colston. Bitches. Give me Temple. What are you doing here?
Give me Temple. The line feels short, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. For sure. For sure.
Is this
Temple's
a Temple get up spot?
Yeah. Temple.
Let's
Should
go.
we bet this? Let's bet this. Double lock these Owls. Who the hell is the Pride? All right, you got the Hofstra Pride in Hempstead.
Fuck the Pride.
Are you telling me the Flying Dutchmen were? Are you telling me the Flying Dutchmen were offending Dutch people? Because I find that impossible to believe. I find that. Look, as someone that is, the Dutch, they don't get offended. It's for my experiences. You have to like burn down their fucking house to get offended. All right, like for them to get offended. You're telling me they were offended by the name Flying Dutchman? Not buying it. Not buying it.
We got to fade.
Not buying it.
Fuck that. I mean, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go
Yeah.
Temple. Let's go Owls. Come on, this is get up spot. Philly tough. The Eagles ain't gonna win tomorrow, so I mean, Temple's gotta win.
Woo!
Let's go Steelers.
Yeah, Team Steelers all day on that one. Central Connecticut State. The real Blue Devils are heading to Kingston, Rhode Island.
Hello.
This is too many points, though. I know Rhode Island lost, but I think the real Blue Devils. I 100%. I think this real Blue Devil team they are the real Blue Devils. Lock.
Hello.
The real Blue Devils plus 9.5. Let's go. Let's go.
The Blue Devils.
Next up, Omaha. Catch it. I actually think this line is now at 36.5. It's jumped up 2 points.
Oh my!
They're heading into Ames, Iowa.
I want to bet Omaha.
36.5 points. I think we should take Omaha too. Who's on deck for Iowa State?
Iowa State coming off Iowa. They do have Morgan State, but the next game is
it's just coming off the Cyhawk shit. So, just give me Omaha. I'm not betting it. I hate Hilton for that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Iowa State's going to win the national championship, so I ain't going to fade it. I love Iowa State.
I'm not going to go that far. Norfolk State's in Highland Heights, Kentucky. Highland Heights. Isn't that like where Beavis and Butthead are from? Northern Kentucky's laying 3. This is hard.
I'll lay it. Lay it. It's close, though.
Norfolk State's good. I'll lay it too. I just feel like they've been on the road for a bit, right?
They've been on the road for fucking 2 months.
Yeah. I don't feel great about it though. I think Norfolk State is more athletic. They're capable of this win. Anyway. Give me the Norsemen. Northeastern. This game is this one of the better games of the day. Northeastern. This is stinky though. This is stinky because ODU is look like
old Norfolk. Yep.
I'm seeing this as a 6.5 point spread now. By the way, Old Dominion, one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the country. One of the worst, just everything. Defensive rating 339th. Offensive rating 338th. They're consistently shitty. So no, it is not one of the better games of the day, to correct myself. But I just thought, why the hell is the line so short? Now, however, it's gone up a point since I made this slide. Give me Old Dominion.
God, this game perfectly placed.
The line is telling you. I don't think it's perfectly placed. I think the line is deceiving.
Give me ODU. No bet. Northeastern wins by 4.
I'm thinking about betting that one. Check the picks page.
I'm not betting. Fucking.
Akron is heading to Milwaukee to take on the Panthers. Bart Lundy's bunch. Bart Lundy and Akron, we ate shit. We bet against them with Green Bay the other day.
Mm-hmm.
They're 5-0 at home. Akron's winless on the road.
Akron's won 4 in a row.
Well, Akron just beat Brockport. Who the fuck is Brockport?
No, I mean, should we bet Milwaukee?
I think when you look at the wins that Akron did beat Lamar, though. And they're whacking. But after that, it's Omaha, it's Alabama State, it's Northern Kentucky, it's Brockport.
Milwaukee wins.
I'll join you. I'm just looking for more action. I don't have enough action for tomorrow. Let's go with the Panthers. Laying 1.5. Let's go. Next up, Fort Wayne. He's heading to Ypsilanti, where Bieniek is going to old Plowtown with old, what's her name again?
Sally. Him and Sally
with
are
old,
in there.
with old Sally Thompson. Look, IPFW is laying 5.5. Fuck out of here with this IPFW shit. You don't just walk in to Ypsilanti and start pushing them around. Wait. Yeah, this is at Ypsilanti, right? Okay. Sometimes I think I mistakenly thought George Gervin was from Detroit. He's from Eastern Michigan. The Iceman.
Eastern Michigan.
I'm going to take Eastern Michigan. You know I'm an Eastern Michigan guy. Rob Donaldson said I used to love EMU. I am still EMU. I have an EMU T-shirt over there. Got a fucking... I don't know. I'm an Eastern Michigan guy. All right, Earl Boykin for life. Let's go. I'm taking EMU fringe lock. What are you doing here?
EMU live. Give me Eastern Michigan.
Chicago State. All right, let's go. I'll take Eastern Michigan too.
Come on.
I'm looking for bets here. There's not a lot that I love. Chicago State though is
this is a walk.
Heading to Macon, Georgia. With the points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mercer's laying 15.5. What?
Look, my first thought was they're 0-11 with the points. This was a 5-point game last year. This was a 5-point game. But Gillian's at Long Island swimming with the fucking Sharks. But hey, I'm with you. Let's lock up the coup.
Let's go.
I don't know if they're live, but I'm saying lock it up. Let's take the 15.5.
They're live. Didn't they win outright? Spinelli action.
Now you got a problem.
Boy. What do we do?
Vermont is heading into Hamilton, New York to take on the Raiders of Colgate, and frankly, I love this game.
System versus system. A lot of whites.
Colgate. Oh, if you let me tell you something. This is the sharpest game, and I'm not talking from a gambling point of view. The cuts, all right, are as sharp, and the staples are as sharp as they can be. All right. They've studied the court. They know the angles, where exactly to cut, when to cut, and how to cut. I love this game, though. This is another reason why college basketball is great, because a game like this can happen. Deuce says, these guys play the game right. I was thinking about that the other day. I remember someone telling me that Randy Moss was a thug. And I thought, why? Why is he a thug? Right? Why is Randy Moss a thug? Oh, because he smokes weed. But Bill Laimbeer can smoke weed. No thug, right? By the way, want to send out prayers and best wishes to Randy Moss. Randy Moss, I think, is a hell of a nice guy. Seems like a hell of a nice guy. Completely crazy that people would call him a thug, in my opinion. Vermont, Colgate. I'm on the Catamounts. I'm going to lay the 1.5. Colgate looked good, though, the other night. Colgate looked good the other night against Kentucky. But I'm on the Cats. Yeah, I understand Randy Moss has cancer. That's what I was saying. Thoughts and prayers to Randy Moss. I'm telling you, man. Randy Moss, good dude. I know people that hung out with him. Good fucking dude. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think back to his playing days and the fact he would even get that type of notation about him. You know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, Vermont, Colgate, Mac. I think the Cats are going to get it done. I'm kind of fascinated by this game. What are you doing here?
I will lock up 2-9 Colgate. Staple. Give me the home dog here. Give me Colgate outright. They're going to win.
Woo.
This is the spot they pop up. Let's go.
Woo! Moneyline Mac. Locking up the Raiders of Colgate. Yeah. I agree. I mean, the Randy Moss shit. Randy Moss is the man. I hope he fucking beats cancer. I hope he lives till he's fucking 100. Hope he comes back, plays football. He's a fucking great dude, in my opinion. Clark says Randy Moss does walk into dorm rooms without being invited. I think I could be guilty of that too. But well, just you get the wrong dorm room. Western Michigan heading into Fargo, North Dakota.
Western Michigan just played.
Dude, 8.5 points is a lot, though.
Lay it. Fuck this Western Michigan bullshit. Fuck you, Bieniek. It's not even on the show to defend it.
8.5? I'll take the points. No lock. No lock.
No lock. Fuck Bieniek.
Yeah.
He wants to take Western Michigan so bad.
Rob Donaldson, new report came out that Randy Moss has already been cleared of cancer. Is that true? Is that true?
That'd be great.
Is that true? I hope so, man. I hope so. UIC is at Little Rock. Little Rock's laying 3.5.
No.
What do you mean, no? You always try to sprinkle this UIC bullshit with their bullshit flame. Their
Little
logo
Rock
they have.
sucks.
UIC hasn't updated their logo. They're working with a fucking Duke Nukem logo over here. All right. When the internet was just invented, it tells me they don't care about their athletics. Of course, they don't have a football team. Little Rock minus 3.5 is the play. Is the play.
You want a battle?
Battle for sure.
UIC's
Get out of here. You've been repping this UIC shit against Bradley. You've been repping up against who played there the other day? Northern Iowa. You're falling for this shit. You're falling for this shit.
They fucking oh, that's
what?
Who they beat in Daytona?
They suck, dude. They suck, and I will battle.
They beat LaSalle.
Little Rock.
They beat LaSalle. Yeah, they did lose ECU.
Sandy laying 3.5.
They beat Yale too.
USC sucks.
They beat Yale and fucking LaSalle. They almost beat Northwestern.
Shout out to 357. Shout out to 357 giving us $5. Any thoughts about Chris Carter, the former Viking? Yeah, hell yeah, man. I like Chris Carter. I got nothing bad to say about Chris Carter. I know he got cut from the Eagles from doing cocaine, but hey, who the fuck? I mean, we're all human. You know what I mean? I got nothing bad to say about Chris Carter. I wish him the best. He had amazing hands as a receiver to me. He actually, I would go toe to toe. You know, I know everyone says Odell Beckham. I think Chris Carter has more crazy catches. I mean, Beckham's got that one insane one, but as far as like a highlight reel, Chris Carter, I feel like has a shit ton of those. So yeah, shout out to Chris Carter. I like Chris Carter. Wish him nothing but the best in the world. Is that you know, I don't have many enemies. Normally you know, conference commissioners or NCAA presidents. Fucking hate the NCAA. I love the sport, but I just can't stand when they try to just lie to your fucking face. Michael Irvin, I ran into Michael Irvin before at a bar in Hollywood. Michael Irvin was with 5 21-year-old women at a bar. And I walked in and I had to pass the table that Michael Irvin and 5, I don't know if they're 21, but I'm just saying young 20s. This is not that long ago, past 5 or 6 years. And I got to be honest, Michael Irvin, and I grew up a Redskin fan, so I fucking hated him. He was cool as fuck. He was outgoing as hell, talking to everybody. More power to him. you know, he was having a good time at a bar. Seemed like everyone was interested in him.
Chat's killing
Anyway.
me. Hey, I got family and I got to make sure the dogs get out. So I made sure they're good. We're good.
Yeah. Michael Irvin, he might have went to a Diddy party. Who knows? But I'll tell you this, man. If I had to bet, I'd probably bet on that. But from my one run-in with Michael Irvin, he was very nice, very outgoing. I wasn't even trying to meet him. It was like by accident. It's like I had to pass to the table. It was like, honestly, it was like St. Patty's Day or something. It was something crazy at this bar in Hollywood because it was packed. It was so packed that you like had to scoot by his fucking table. And then like people were celebrating. So it was either like, maybe it was New Year's. It was something crazy. But Michael Irvin was there with a bunch of chicks. He was having a blast. And he was cool as fuck. We all, like, I even said, by accident, because the place was so packed, like standing room only, that I'm like, hey, Michael Irvin, I fucking hated you growing up, but cheers. Might have been Happy New Year, or Happy St. Patrick's Day. And then, like, he started talking, yeah, cheers to you. You know, it just seemed like a guy having a blast. We was there all night. Next up, Presbyterian, the Blue Hose. Are heading to Miami.
Shall we bet Miami?
I think that is the right side. Presbyterian's been nice to me all year. I'm actually seeing this line went down a half a point. I'm seeing 15.5 right now. Let's go.
Miami.
Let's go. They're playing better. I know they're not getting the wins, but they're playing better of late.
I tried to tell Bieniek this when he laid fucking 20 with the number one team in the country. And then after like he surprised.
They're passing the eye test some. When you watch them, they're passing the eye test some. New Orleans, as Ric Flair says. Heading to Iowa City, getting 31.5 in Des Moines. Or no, in Iowa City. My apologies, Rob.
Play it. Line's telling. No bet.
I'll take the points. No bet. Next up, Campbell. This line stinks. Are you fucking kidding me? Campbell, why are they only laying 5 in Baltimore against Morgan State? Someone make sense of this line to me. How does Vegas get this line? I don't understand it. Someone tell me how. I don't. I run my numbers, right? And it just doesn't make sense to me. Campbell's been a darling of ours this year. Campbell just won against the Citadel by like 30. Yeah. Do I need to mention that they almost beat UVA at UVA earlier this year? They've been a pretty solid team. They're not a bad team. I guess the one shocking loss was to St. Francis, but I mean, like, they beat Navy by 20. They beat Green Bay. They did lose to Coastal, but by 1. But I just feel like, why is this line so short? This game stinks. It stinks to high heaven.
Yeah, sometimes the public wins, as your brother NC Nick would say. Give me Campbell, lock it up. I'm diving into the stink. Campbell's gonna fuck them.
They're so much better. I would set this at like 10.5.
Campbell wins by 12. I'm not overthinking this. There you go, Chad. I'm not always.
I'll join you. If we're gonna do it, we gotta do it. Let's go. So Ryan, it does remind me to quote or to on Damani's chat there. It reminds me of that Wilmington game today against Howard. But Howard is a lot better than Morgan State. Like their program is better. Alabama A&M is in Chattanooga, Tennessee, taking on Chattanooga. The Mocs are laying. I see this at 15.5 now. It's come down a half a point.
Lay it.
I'm gonna lay it too. Yeah. Clark's funny. Next up, Pine Bluff's getting 41 in Austin. Put out an APB on these Golden Lions.
What?
I'll take the 41. I'll take the 41. I don't care who's there. All right.
Fuck Texas. Should we bet
Yeah.
APB?
No, I'm not betting that. Just in case. Just in case. I'm not betting that. UTSA
45?
45 I'd buy in.
Yeah.
UTSA is laying 1.5 in Grand Forks. Remember, we just saw this game the other
He's
night.
played on Friday night. This fucking bullshit.
And we lost. We lost this game.
Fucking cocksucker game.
I think we take North Dakota here.
North Dakota wins outright. Fuck UTSA.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Double lock on these fighting Hawks. Let's go.
It's UTSA. They got to go up there to the mountains. Let's go. North Dakota.
Yeah. We got like the best. This is probably the best game of the day, which isn't saying much. Northwestern's heading to Atlanta. Take on Damon Stoudemire and the Yellow Jackets. Northwestern's laying 6.5. Dude, we got to lock Georgia Tech. Got to lock Georgia Tech here.
What is that line there, though?
I mean, I think it's just Georgia Tech is 4-5, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this game's in Milwaukee. Fuck.
Wait, what?
Why is it in Milwaukee again?
Why is it? That's a home game for Northwestern.
These fucking college basketball games, man.
I'll lock Northwestern.
Why is this in Milwaukee? Someone explain to me why it's in Milwaukee.
Like, is this a doubleheader with UW? No.
I do think Northwestern's the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm locking Northwestern.
I'm not gonna bet this now. Fuck this game. I'm not watching this either on purpose. Give us this neutral side bullshit.
What is it at
Next up,
Bucks Arena. What the fuck is that?
it is at the Forum there.
Awful.
Moneyline Mag locking up Northwestern. Stonehill is heading to Boston. I think it's in Boston. The fact I got to check this is fucking annoying. Is this in Milwaukee?
No.
Chestnut.
It's in Boston.
Okay. So it was a
Give me
7-point game a
Stonehill.
year ago.
I'll take Stonehill. French lock, actually.
I think we should bet this. 16?
Pretty-
It was a 7-point game.
It's pretty sad when you're running to
16 is a big number.
Yeah.
It's a big
Let's
number.
do
Let's
it.
go.
Let's do it. Stonehill's going to win it outright. What's the number?
16.
850.
Oh, outright, you're saying. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Stonehill.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
All right, next up, this might be the best game of the day. It's arguable. St. Louis is heading to Normal, Illinois, where St. Louis is laying 1.5. Now I see it at 2.5. St. Louis is a 2.5-point favorite. I think Illinois State's going to beat them. Give me Illinois State to get it done. What are you doing here?
Do you want to battle?
Give me a second here.
I'm on St. Louis. Larry Bird's healthy. Let's go. Give me St. Louis. Lock it up. They're going to win the game.
Yeah, I'll battle you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Give me the fight,
We got a battle. Dunview, Illinois State, back with St. Louis. All right, we're almost through this shitty-ass slate. Mercyhurst, the Lakers, are heading to Kent, Ohio, catching 18.5 lock. Give me the points. Give me the fucking points. Kent State's going to be asleep at the wheel. Students they're on winter break. What are you doing here?
I was going to lay it, but no bet. No bet.
Dude, I think the Mercyhurst is the right side. I also have a play on this next one because Denver's heading to Fullerton, California. where I am betting Cal State Fullerton -2.5 against Denver. And a good day to you.
Oh, Bieniek, where you at?
You in?
Absolutely. Give me Fullerton, baby. Let's go. Home team. Paid.
This is my favorite part of the slate here. This is where the locks go crazy.
Oh, here you go.
Stephen F. Austin's catching. I see this at 22.5 right now. The slide is wrong. I see 22.5. I think we should bet Stephen F. Austin. Oregon has been very good. I know they lost on the buzzer beater. But
what's the spot on Oregon?
They're at Stanford next. But it's really just the fact that against these mid-majors, like to run you through this, like they beat Riverside by 15. Now, they did whoop Montana. But the Portland, they needed overtime. Troy was a 19-point game. I just feel like San Diego State, they was a 10-point game. But, I mean, I guess that's a good win. I just don't. That's a big number for a decent. Like I know that Stephen F. Austin's not terror. They're not what they used to be, but
yeah,
I just think it's the biggest number. All right, you talk me off it.
I was gonna say if you want to ride solo, but I'm not betting.
No, because I have a lot of other ones that I like right here.
It
starts right here.
Here we go.
I think UAB is going to fuck up Arkansas State tomorrow.
Yes. Here we go, baby. Give me Andy Kennedy. Come on.
One of my favorite plays on the card. I saw this earlier. Give me UAB -3.5. I think they win by double digits. Double-digit win rate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alt-line this shit. Isn't that what the kids say?
This fucking Arkansas State shit out of here. Let's go.
Are you ready for this? Because I got another play that I love, and it's right here. San Francisco is going to lose tomorrow. They're going to lose to Loyola Chicago outright. I know it's not that crazy. It's 3.5, 4, but I just think Loyola Chicago at home is a different team. I know this is in Milwaukee. God damn it. God damn. All right.
Why are all these games in Milwaukee?
This makes it trickier, man. This makes it a lot trickier for me.
I'll lock up San Fran.
Yeah, this fucking.
Line selling.
You know what?
San Fran.
You know what? Well, I'm gonna bet Stephen F. Austin now. Because this was a play that I was excited to take Loyola Chicago. Stupid fucking game. I'll take San Francisco too.
San Fran wins by 5. Loyola Chicago no longer unbeaten.
I'll rock it too. Absolutely ridiculous.
Go.
Stop playing all these fucking neutral site games, you fucking losers. All right, 2 games left on the slate. We got UC San Diego heading to Moscow, Idaho. UCSD is laying 8.5, and I think we should bet Idaho. You know why? It's because UCSD is at Utah State next, which I think is a game they probably are focused on. And I think Idaho can keep it within this number. I'm going to lock the Vandals plus the 8.5. Let's go.
Idaho's live here. I don't like
That's about to say. Sprinkle the money line. Plus 300 here. Let's sprinkle this money line. And the final game of the night, Montana State's catching 9.5 in LA against USC, and I actually think I'm going to lay it. I'm going to lay the 9.5. No lock. I don't feel USC's a fucking roller coaster this year. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it with USC. Check the picks page. I'll probably bet USC tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, if it depends how the day is going, but I did add on Stephen F. Austin because I wanted to bet those 4 games in a row. Those 4 games stood out to me, or 5 games in a row, I think it was. Denver, Fullerton, Stephen F. Austin, Oregon, Arkansas State, UAB, San Francisco, Loyola, which I feel less. I'm taking San Francisco now because I thought Loyola was at home where they're fire. And then UC San Diego, Idaho. I like that. Talk about our top plays of the night because that's our card. Top 3 plays of the night for me, which is a tricky card. If I'm being honest, like this is a tricky fucking card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Miami minus the points against Presbyterian. Right, that's 1. 2 is UAB minus the points against Arkansas State.
Okay.
And 3 is Idaho with the points.
I had UAB circled, and I also had Central Connecticut. I think they're live, and I think Commerce early in the day is live. So give me those 2 dogs early and UAB late as a favorite. Let's go.
All right, folks, that is our show. Shout out to John Phillips saying Merry Christmas to White Tigers. First Christmas. It is, yeah, man. I'm very excited about that, man. I'm very excited about that. And shout out to White Tiger. Hell of a good guy. He got a little cold right now. I was going to go to the Army-Navy game. That didn't happen. But shout out to White Tiger. Hell of a good guy. Shout out to the chat. And shout out to Bieniek. All right? Go out there. Chase that scattered ass. You know? You're young, buddy. Go make mistakes. Do drugs. Live life a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Enough with the ding dong ditch. I'm fucking around. Bieniek hopefully will be back. I got no idea what the fuck he's doing with his night tonight. I think it is, but just use the vodka. Use the vodka. Bieniek's on Twitter at NoahB77_. He's left this ever since we started ragging on the guy. He left the chat. That's what I'm saying. You got to watch the youth, man. The ways to connect are not direct. You got to go around. You got to go direct. You got to go around. Mac's on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. We just did a 3-hour show for you.
Good Lord.
I'm not sure you guys asked for it, but we gave you.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Appreciate you. Best wishes. And look, never take the fucking show so goddamn serious. If I see one more star, I love a good 1 star. But about like being like, you think we're actually being serious about? I don't know. Just don't take life so fucking serious, you fucking losers. All right. Anyway, till next time. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And let's go out with a bang tonight. Let's go out with the one that they're starting to get familiar with. I feel like, if I can find it, which I can't. All right, let's just go out with a different one. Here we go. Oh no, I'll get sued.
Mailbox 1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. My body can soul or nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. My body can soul or nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. My body can soul or nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the markets. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Largely cause leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my 2 ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallengeable and stiff. So we're raising pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if Your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, and nothing without heart. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, and nothing without love. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, and nothing without truth. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles tape. Shake the cobweb, hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still I run the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics with spikes. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pit. Of feet by the tree, then I'm fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the head. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause it sees a goal and moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart mind, body, and soul, and nothing without heart. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun mind, body, and soul, and nothing without love. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo mind, body, and soul, and nothing without truth.